Wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. I'm Paul George. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke F-A-S-T. Fast. Life is why. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole, or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your fly. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Getting support from friends online kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
Instead of smoking after I ate, I'd get up and take a walk.
I missed having a cigarette in my hand, so I'd hold a pen or a straw, anything.
Until I knew I wouldn't give in to temptation, I spent more time with my friends who didn't smoke.
I went to places that were smoke-free.
I didn't stay quit the very first time I tried.
I kept on trying, and I learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
I quit.
I quit.
I quit.
We did it, so can you.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
The following is the production of WEGL 91.1 FM.
That ball is gone! It's a walk-off home run for Stephen Williams!
WEGL Sports.
The Tigers are headed to the College World Series!
Where every
touchdown Auburn! Zakoby McClain!
Game.
They're not gonna keep him off the field tonight! Holy cow!
Lives. Strap in. It's time for the Extra Point. Auburn's best sports talk radio show, Auburn's only sports talk TV show.
He better count basketball wins.
Your 3-time nationally nominated sports show.
Oh, yeah.
And they signed Cody Parkey.
SEC champion, Cody Parkey.
I picked Pitt, and I was right. Your 3-time nationally nominated sports show, the guys give you the latest.
Penn State by a million.
Thank you.
John Gruden cried after he traded Khalil Mack, and now he's dancing in the locker room, saying he wish he had a disco.
Call in at 334-844-9345 to join the debate. My boy got it on lock.
You were saying 1,800 yards in this game. I was like, Jared.
The X's and O's begin now on Eagle Eye TV and WEGO Radio. The Extra Point, presented by WEGO Sports, where every game lives. And welcome inside the Extra Point here on WEGO 91.1 and Eagle Eye TV. Hello, everybody. Jared Dillard, and joining me, wherever they are, I guess, is Jacob Hillman, Dave Marks, Davis Carroll, and Alex Houston. Let's
go.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Jared.
Thank you. We're going to do our best on this. Thrown together in less than 24 hours, I guarantee you. The Extra Point live on WEGO 91.1 and Eagle Eye TV, live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for the foreseeable future at this point. So I guess we'll start with Jacob. Jacob, how you doing right now, I guess?
I'm doing as well as I can be. I've been quarantined for the last few days. I'm prepared. Hand sanitizer. I've got Lysol. And I've got Clorox wipes. So I think I'm prepared for this doomsday. Oh, yeah, I've also got this just in case we have to go to battle. So I'm set to go and ready to do the show.
Bay, who is pretty much fading into this picture of Chimo Kiki. Bay, how you doing today?
Jared, I'm doing just about as good as I probably could being in quarantine right now. I'm back home in Helena. I was in Auburn the other day, came back home, but I'm already bored. I'm ready to go back.
Alex, I assume you and Davis are both in Mobile?
I just got back from Auburn earlier.
That's correct. Well, I didn't just get back from Auburn, but he did. Yeah.
So, Auburn up here, we have Helena over there, Mobile down there, so we're kind of spread out all over the place, but we'll do our best for the next 2 hours as they're going to mess with their cameras and stuff like that, backgrounds and all.
I will say, Jared, we need to appreciate the fact that this is the first Tuesday, Thursday show this year where you've asked us how we're doing, and not a single person mentioned the weather, because technically none of us had to walk through the weather to get here. So this is a big moment for us.
And it's not
progress for the Tuesday, Thursday time slot.
It's all. Go for it. Jared. No, go for it.
I just want to add something about this coronavirus real quick.
What?
Oh boy.
If Bobby Schmurder's release gets postponed, I'm losing it.
That's your tipping point?
That's it. I can handle all this, but if Bobby Schmurder doesn't get out, I'm done.
Let the record show that the Tuesday, Thursday section, we talked about the coronavirus, and Dave's is like, hey, man, it's not that big of a deal.
No, I said it is, but I said I have a good immune system, so I'm not that worried. And you went, immune system doesn't matter?
I did not say that.
Okay, so before you two start arguing, you can't call you can't call in anymore. That's kind of how this whole thing's set up now. But
it's like memorize the phone number for nothing.
You can ask a question on our live stream on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and we'll answer it live on the show. As I usually after spring break, I kind of ask how spring break was for you guys, but I think we can all guess. We can go ahead and open up with some news that broke in the last hour. Jacob, how'd you get muted?
Oh my gosh.
There.
Jared, I got some good news for you.
What?
There.
All right, there we go. I don't know. I muted myself to listen to something on my phone, and for some reason it said the host muted me, so I couldn't unmute myself, but that obviously was the case.
All right. Before we get into that, let's go ahead and get into the breaking news. The SEC has canceled pretty much sports throughout the spring. So Auburn baseball, softball, track and field, gone, done. We're done with that. So what was
we probably could have expected.
Yeah. So I guess what was your last Auburn sporting event? For me, it would be Auburn softball. Their last game.
Mine was Auburn basketball. Yeah.
I don't remember which basketball game it was, but it was a basketball game.
I guess, yeah, the last official one was the Auburn-Tennessee game.
Not that one.
Tennessee.
Not behind you. The one this year.
Correct. I wasn't the one behind me, but the one that just happened, the most recent one. where Tyrell Jones hit the last shot of the year for Auburn.
Website director Henry Roden keeps asking us about bowling. I don't think we're going bowling anytime soon, guys.
Hey, don't be disrespecting bowling.
It's the only sport still going on. Sunday, you could have watched that live.
It's like the push for esports. It's like, well, now that actual physical sports are out of the question, it's like people that are playing esports, I mean, their stock's gonna shoot through the roof, because nobody else has anything to watch.
I have been gaming a lot on Xbox recently. I got back into that.
I just went up to Auburn to get my PlayStation, basically. So
my Xbox is in Auburn, but I literally haven't played it since the beginning of freshman year with Jacob, and I probably couldn't turn it on if I wanted to.
Yikes.
I mean, there's nothing else to do, and we're kind of in uncharted territory because I've never been in a moment where there's not really sports.
I'm just saying. Thank the
like
NFL
July
for. That's true, but thank the NFL for keeping free agency when it happens. Because could you imagine if there was no without free agency there'd be nothing. There already is barely anything, but at least we have this.
It's like when you're scrolling through social media now, you go along and you see the ESPNs and the sports centers, and really all that's been on those social media pages lately has been like, never forget these clips or remember when these clips. So sadly, that's something that it looks like we're going to have to start getting used to for the next month or so.
It's annoying.
And it's very annoying.
That and the meme pages posting the same 3 memes over and over again. Just saying.
The days with we're on day 6 without sports.
Oh my god.
They're good, but some of them get really it's major overkill sometimes.
Now I do like on
Devin
social
Cambridge
media
one was a bit much.
I do like on social media the new simulation pages for the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I saw you liking those.
Auburn's doing pretty good so far.
It's kind of creepy, Jared.
What?
Just watching what Bay likes.
No, he doesn't know how to set up his Twitter, so he doesn't have the most recent tweets first.
Yeah.
How do
Also,
you not have. Isn't that like an automatic? Okay, never mind.
no. Also,
No, automatically goes to the best tweets.
Twitter also puts out notifications as like, oh, Baymarks and so like this tweet from this person, and I go look at
Turn
it.
that off, Jared.
No, because then I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Jared, in that case, I'm in the same boat as you. I've been getting the most relevant ones or whatever.
Yeah. So I guess we can start with NFL free agency because that's the big story right now. I don't know where you guys want to start. I know we got Panther fans in here.
Oh my.
Well, I guess the biggest thing is the GOAT leaving New England, obviously.
Called it.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's lead off with the biggest news.
So Tom Brady out of New England, and it's looking like reports, unconfirmed right now, that tomorrow he'll be signing with Tampa Bay.
That's so hard to imagine. That's so hard to imagine him in.
I would hate that.
I
would actually hate that.
I would think that he would go. I mean, it seems are the Chargers. It seems like the Chargers are making a big push, but they signed Balaga. They traded for Trey Turner, right? Did they trade for him?
Yes, they traded for Trey Turner.
So I mean, they seem to be building a team trying to get him to come there. But I mean, the Bucks probably have the best offense.
Well,
so it makes sense.
Tennessee's obviously out the window because they have the Ryan Tannehill thing going on, so that's out the window.
If I was the Chargers and I had a chance to give him Cam over Tom Brady, I'd choose Cam. Personally.
I think that's fair because now you're not going to have the weapons. It's going to be a similar situation to Carolina for Cam because, he doesn't have the weapons. I guess the line's okay, but I mean, I think Tampa Bay's got to be the location for Tom Brady because he's got receivers and, I mean, the running game isn't quite there, but I think they can figure that out in the draft or in the offseason.
Is it safe to say, besides Tampa Bay, the only other place we could honestly think of right now would be San Diego?
That's it for
Technically
me.
LA.
Or LA, yeah, sorry, LA. I still think of them as the San Diego Chargers.
I almost called them San Diego earlier. I mean, they probably should go back to San Diego, but.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's obviously the other big landing spot, especially with Phillip Rivers, them parting ways, and now he's in Indianapolis, which I know Jared is probably looking forward to talking about as well, but I think that's probably the only other real landing spot that we can think of right now.
Yeah, I think the Raiders took them out of the pick. Didn't the Raiders sign a backup quarterback?
The Raiders signed Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, so I think if they were going to go after Brady, they wouldn't have signed anybody, and they would have kept Carr, but with that, it seems like they're sticking with Carr and going to have Mariota as the backup or have a competition of sorts. So, yeah, I would say it's just the Chargers and the Bucks. Which
it would have been cool if the 49ers could have grabbed him. but they're obviously moving on from that. That's what I saw. So there was like some possibility of that, but they moved on from that. They're gonna stick with Jimmy G.
I think it would be interesting to see what the Patriots do if they go with Stidham. And
I think they could sign Cam.
They could. It would be interesting. I mean,
it's Stidham time.
Yeah, so the quarterback dominoes are falling right now. Where they end up and land, we don't really know. But we do know that Brady is out. Rivers is to the Colts. But let's go ahead and just get this out of the way. What's going on with the Panthers and Cam Newton?
Oh, my.
Hillman. You're
Well,
Just not talk about it?
Well, the Panthers still treat their best players horribly.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
The fact that he had to comment that on Instagram because, you know, they made it seem like Cam wanted to take the trade is ridiculous.
That was a bad move on their part.
Agreed. But
and then they made another post, like, thank you, Cam post.
Yeah.
They made like 2 or 3 after it.
They're getting ratioed for it pretty much. But the big thing for me, I guess, is the decision. You're basically giving up Cam to get Teddy Bridgewater. The reason you give up Cam is because of his injury history.
Well,
I mean,
Bridgewater has an injury history too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's kind of crazy for them to do this. It's just that I get it because Joe Brady, he was at the Saints. He's familiar with the NFC South, and he knows Teddy Bridgewater. But that's the only thing I see where it makes sense. That's it.
For me, it seems like the best option would have been just get rid of Cam and honestly just tank for a year and get Trevor Lawrence. Because, I mean, if you pair Trevor Lawrence with Joe Brady, you've got a young coach, you've got a young quarterback, you've got probably the best running back in the league, most versatile running back in the league at least, and Christian McCaffrey. I mean, that's an offense in of itself with a good receiving core. But I don't know, like, they're kind of in the middle, and this seems confusing. Because isn't Teddy Bridgewater's like 31, isn't he? How old is he?
I don't know his exact age.
He's
but
like late 20s.
They signed a 3-year deal with him.
I'm gonna check right now and figure out what his exact age is. But like,
That's
I don't
the
know.
thing,
It just seems.
I would have liked. I would not have been too mad. I mean, I'm wondering what kind of draft, or I should say trade capital, Cam has, because like maybe if the Patriots want to give, they have a ton of draft picks. They have like the second most draft picks in this coming up draft. So maybe they'll give up a few draft picks for Cam, but it's hard for me to figure out what Cam's going to be worth, what teams are going to be willing to give up. I mean, the big thing, I know the Colts, the reason they picked up Rivers because they're in win now mode. I don't know where other teams are like that.
The thing is, for me, is like the trading has been so inconsistent, and there's been so many strange trades. There's no like pattern to it. Like there's been so many trades. I would have thought that the Redskins would have got some trade for Trent Williams by at this point, but he's old and injury prone, and nothing's happened. And I think Cam will fall under that same label. Like when he's healthy, he's one of the best. Same with Trent Williams, but because of his injury history and because of drama on and off the field, it's like a sort of – it just doesn't seem like there's many teams that are going to be willing to give up much of anything.
Didn't Case Keenum just leave Washington too?
Yeah, he did. He signed a contract with the Browns.
Yeah,
stupid.
The Redskins could be the Redskins also did just sign Thomas Davis like 2 minutes ago. So
there's literally like, it's like you said earlier. I can't remember like in recent history like a single day in NFL, past where we've had this many moves and signings and so many vital players to all these organizations moving around the league due to different circumstances. And I mean, another team that a lot of people aren't talking about picking up a lot of guys is actually, the Giants. I mean, they've got a lot of defensive players coming into their locker room this next upcoming week. I mean, they signed Blake Martinez off the Packers, who's a versatile linebacker. They have Davion Clowney now. I mean, New York, they're making some moves too, and that's kind of leading me to believe that they might be a sleeper next year in their division as well. I'm just saying.
I hope they're not.
Why
they're trying to be like the second worst team in the division,
I know
not
you
the worst team.
not.
But
I'm trying to figure out. I was going to say I'm trying to figure out why there are so many players. It seems like that are going to Las Vegas. I think
they even get to play in Las Vegas.
They're trying to gamble.
Yeah, I see a report. 3 Cowboys have now signed in Las Vegas today.
Didn't the Cowboys lose Randall Cobb yesterday?
They did. The Texans signed him. They traded DeAndre Hopkins for nothing.
Left.
Yeah.
Which is that the worst move of the free agency so far?
Yes.
I think it's by far, and might be one of the worst moves of all time as far as I'm concerned.
That they got nothing for the second best receiver in the league.
Yeah, and not to mention, it didn't. Was there some sort of news about Hopkins not being happy that nobody heard about?
No, he wanted a big contract that they couldn't pay.
It's like, I don't know what happened. Apparently, Bill O'Brien and DeAndre Hopkins weren't on the best of terms, and that may have led to it. What doesn't make it any better is that after trading DeAndre Hopkins for literally nothing, and I know what David Johnson used to be, right? But after trading for literally nothing, then here come the Vikings like, all right, King's ransom for Stephon Diggs.
Yep. I mean, it's just Bill O'Brien. He's just I remember after this year they gave him more power in the general manager position. I'm really wondering why, because he's like the epitome of mediocrity. Like they're just perfectly average, and he just happens to have great players fall into his lap, and then he's like, I don't want them anymore. Like Deshaun Watson fell to the Texans in the draft because all these teams figured he wasn't going to be a good NFL quarterback for whatever reason. And then Hopkins is the same thing, where he was good, and then he just comes in the NFL and he's great. And then Bill O'Brien's like, I don't know. Not really sure if I want to have a great player on my team.
A lot of Houston is kind of fed up with Bill O'Brien right now, though.
Yeah,
I think when he kind of came into the organization, everybody knew there was a lot of promise there, or at least thought there was. And after giving him as much as they've given him and the time he's had there, I really think this upcoming season is kind of do or die. I think it's kind of, I mean, you saw how they did the playoffs last year, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, early in the playoffs, our offense didn't look as capable as what it is capable of doing. So I really think that's the biggest thing going forward is how their offense looks next year. And if it doesn't look good, I don't think Bill O'Brien's future there looks good either.
Plus, they're in trouble anyway because Deshaun Watson's waiting for a contract, and he says he's going to wait till Mahomes gets his contract, and then he's going to get more than that, which is just stupid because Mahomes is unequivocally better than him. But I don't know.
Yeah. Bae, I don't know if you noticed, but I can control everybody's names, so
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I can control my name too, Jared. So.
All right, I see how this is gonna go.
I was trying to give the scoreboard some love. National Radio nominee, the scoreboard.
Yeah, we could talk about that. So from the IBS Awards, we won one award. The other ones we were finalists in. The Extra Point was finalists in all three categories that it was in. We don't, for whatever reason, know what happened with the scoreboard's entry. Nope. They laid it out and they highlighted everybody who won. And in that category for Best Sports Talk Radio, nobody was highlighted. So we don't know who won in that category. And then all the other categories were blank of the year, Sports Director of the Year, we still don't know either. So that's coming at a later date. We're trying to figure it out. But for right now, that's where everything is at. If you want to ask a question about NFL free agency or anything, make sure you ask a question on our live stream on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, as we're just pretty much chilling out here. Trying to figure out what's going on. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't have any green, but I do have this. It is a mason jar that I'm drinking out of because
is it algae? What is that, Jared? It looks like algae.
It's Hawaiian punch.
Okay.
It's Hawaiian punch.
Who all seen the leprechaun say yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a leprechaun behind Alex too.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've actually walked beside.
Alex, you look behind you.
Yeah.
it's to sell. No, I obviously knew what you were referring to. It's to
Alex,
sell the thing.
Okay.
No, he actually thought there was a leprechaun behind him.
No, I knew. Oh my gosh.
I'm mad because I don't have that capability.
Credit to my mom though for that joke.
I've walked beside Nick Saban before. I didn't know he was that short before I walked by him.
Yeah, he's probably 5'8", maybe.
I feel like he was shorter than that because he came to our high school and I walked by him and I was like,
oh yeah, he
God,
did. He did come to our high school.
And I looked back, I was like, man, he had bodyguards around him.
That was moment of the century for y'all's high school.
Oh Lord.
I mean, not really, except that we won state in multiple things, but okay.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry stop revealing you're a townie. First you got the Crichton Leprechaun background. Now you're flexing the fact that we won state. What do you mean we,
Alex.
Davis? You were an audience member.
I'm a boonie.
You're okay, right? Okay, all right.
So how many parents are we about to see on today's show?
Nobody here because I'm at my grandma's office.
Well, none for me because I'm down in Auburn. But
I think I have to unmute Bay. I think he's about to tell me to unmute him. Okay, here you go. I'll unmute you.
But my parents weren't here until I go back to Helena.
That was my dad. He walked in, he kind of got in the frame a little bit, and then he jumped out because he got scared. I told him, I was like, it's okay. I was like, you can get in the frame. He's like, no, I'll let you go do your thing. But yeah, that's the voice of the Huskies. Y'all just witnessed history.
Did I? I gotta meet him one day before this whole quarantine does other things to us. My fever's gone, by the way. That's good.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So there's one 24 hours case in Lee County, and I thought it was
Jared. I thought you said femur. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, Jared's walking around with one femur in his body right now.
That's why I was so confused because y'all all are cheering.
No. I had a slight fever from an infection that I got after I got the flu, which, if it wasn't for us figuring out how to do the extra point like this, my last show would have literally been me beating Alex with a clipboard. that would have been my last show.
That should have been it. That was worth it.
You act like that's such a bad thing. I mean, it seemed pretty funny.
That was one of my highlights of the year.
But now, now we're just kind of rolling right now.
Yeah, Chunky,
there's a parent.
Bring him on, babe. Bring him on.
Yeah, Jared wanted to meet the voice of the Huskies.
Is that Keith? Hey, Keith.
What's
Hello?
up? Hey,
there we go.
Look at the shirt.
Ah, the
Welcome
jungle.
to the jungle.
My favorite Auburn student got it for me. Don't tell nobody.
I didn't get that shirt.
Hey, y'all do a great job, guys. I enjoy listening to y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nationally nominated the extra point and the scoreboard.
Yes,
I think he likes the scoreboard a little bit better.
Oh well.
Hasn't listened to From the Bench yet, then.
Nobody does.
Jared, we had the okay, whatever. Get out.
Jared, I don't want to. We're not even gonna entertain that.
What?
Nothing.
Oh man. Let's see. How far are we into? We're 22 minutes in, and honestly, anything else in NFL free agency that we're just forgetting about?
Kirk Cousins got an extension, and I think it's hilarious.
Oh, screw Kirk Cousins.
Stephon Diggs
$33 million, man.
I remember last, he was talking about in the middle of the season how he was tired of being part of the Vikings organization, and now he's out of it. And according to Carter Bird, he on Twitter thinks that the Bills are going to be better than the Patriots, which obviously now they probably will be. So,
I mean, they're good.
They got a great defense, and the offense is just going to get better with Stephon Diggs.
Think about it. I think the reason they lost that game was the wild card game was because their best receiver was Duke Williams.
Hey, don't hit on Duke.
Yeah, don't touch on Duke like that. Come on now.
He had not played in very many NFL games before that. So.
That is true. He is like the best.
About him. We still claim Duke Williams down in God's country. Okay,
we do.
Wait, what is God's country?
The 334, Auburn, Alabama.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, we still claim Duke. After that one-handed catch against Stanford, we will always claim Duke Williams.
I still claim Duke after I was watching the Iron Bowl. My dad told all of our friends that he was the greatest receiver he had ever seen. Now, sure, they may have been, but I don't know why he said that. But
in that Iron Bowl when Sam Coates scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and then
everyone's
when Nick Marshall looked like the best quarterback.
Was your dad drinking that night, Alex?
I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny.
Was that the second most entertaining Iron Bowl in history behind the 2019 one back in 2014?
I still say it's number 1.
It was not.
That'd be a good debate.
2019.
2013.
Why does everything...
That's the most entertaining ending. Yeah.
I'd say that game overall, because every time watching Bama miss 40 kicks every single time.
Well, I mean, that's entertaining for one side of the game. I mean, this year's game literally was. I mean, you saw the second quarter; it was literally back and forth. Joe and Waddle had a field day
killed the whole team,
and then the doink and I mean, I don't know. I will die on this hill that 2019's Iron Bowl is the most entertaining in history so far.
Why does that Iron Bowl seem like it was 30 years ago now?
Because literally last week feels like it was 30 years ago.
Because we lost to Minnesota and it really killed everything after that. So
I want you guys to realize this timetable. It is March 17th.
This is March.
By the way, today
he looks up at the confetti.
What are you looking at?
Yeah.
I'm on my TV. I'm on my TV. Sorry.
What's on it?
He's watching the
Sports Center.
Okay, so anyway, it's March 17th.
It's March 17th. If bad things didn't happen, the tournament would have started today. Okay.
Jared, don't tell me that.
Jared.
So
You do that to me.
there's that. 16 days ago, we had played our own All-Star game.
Yeah, so I'm guessing
That's not 16 days ago, Jared. That's 16 years ago. Don't lie to us.
Is Team Devon the NCAA champions this year?
Yes. Did you see what Michael Thompson said?
What?
Wait. Yeah. Clay's dad?
Yeah.
I saw that.
So
Did y'all? He
I
said
did not.
if they cancel the NBA season, the Lakers should just be named champions.
Well, it's hard to make that argument because didn't Milwaukee finish with a better record than they did?
Yeah. That's exactly right, yeah.
But everybody sucks off LA, so.
But what's the overall hit? Did they face off twice this year so far?
I thought they did.
They faced off last
they're
week.
1-1.
So then I guess it would come down to a point differential if you were going to base it off those two teams. But like that's just a hard argument to make.
I think they're probably going to start the season. They're probably going to start the playoffs in like June or whatever, and then they're going to just permanently move the start of the regular season to December to Christmas is what I heard.
That'd be kind of
Permanently.
Because like
I
I mean,
don't like that.
Yeah.
This fall could be like the greatest American sports fall ever. I mean,
I'm
we
just
could
saying,
have
it's
like
gonna be
college football.
That's if we're still kicking, by the way.
I was about to say, Jacob, that's if this thing don't take a
It's
leap.
mutating.
All right,
I was
look,
about to
chill.
say.
I think we're making strides towards a positive ending for this.
I think
But-
it's going to make a sick 30 for 30.
That
Well, yeah,
is
that's what I'm
also
saying.
true.
Fall's gonna be crazy. You're gonna
What
have
if I
the
told
Masters,
you a man
the
ate a
Kentucky
bat
Derby,
over in China
college football,
and it delayed the
MLB
NBA season?
This is like the end of Infinity. This is the end of Infinity War where we feel like we didn't win, but then Endgame is still down the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have any Avengers.
So
yet.
this is Infinity War.
All right, so
Or
Jared,
close.
You're Bruce
What
Banner, just
happened
not the
here?
Hulk though. You're like the boring half of the Hulk, and then who else we got? Everybody else,
Oh,
pick
no.
your player.
Wait,
Alex, pick yours. I
what?
wanna hear who
Yo,
you
why is
are.
Jared not gonna pick?
Yeah, I'm about to say. Why don't I get a pick?
Because Jared, it's just an obvious choice. That's just who you are. Accept it.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
Because I beat you senselessly like most days.
it
Alex, who are
happened
you?
once. Oh my gosh.
Alex, who do you think you are?
I don't know, Davis.
Give
Who
me
do you think I am, Davis?
give me the
You're
most.
probably like Don Cheadle, but not cool.
I'll take it.
Yeah, give me the most boring character and make Alex it, and that's pretty much how I feel about that.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With the bad haircut.
Yeah, you can be a Hawkeye.
All right, fine. That's ridiculous. Though, like people were talking about like they couldn't imagine March Madness without like fans, but imagine this thing hitting like the fall, and they'd be talking about college football games without fans. Like imagine the Iron Bowl without 87,000 people.
I mean, it's
empty.
crazy to think about, but I mean, imagine if this had happened like in October, like end of October. That would have been. There'd been so much more money lost in sports. Like, we're losing a lot of money now. Like,
It probably would have.
it's college football.
It probably would have spread faster because we're in all these stadiums.
That is true. For
I
like
was about to
87,000
say.
people.
Yeah.
Plus, like,
I guarantee it would have spread faster.
Then the college football playoff committee would have declared a champion. It would have been chaos.
Well, think about it. We, as of right now, professional. Well, we don't have any college athletes, I'm guessing, but professional athletes we know of right now that have it. Two Utah Jazz players, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. The one guy on the Pistons that has it, and now 4
Christian
guys
Wood.
on the Nets. So 7 NBA players have
Who-
the coronavirus.
And 2 XFL players.
Who
Two
are
minor
XFL
leaguer.
players. And then
Minor
in
leaguer.
Italy, there's like professional
The
soccer
manager.
player that has it and a professional coach.
there's
And the manager for Arsenal
Yeah.
has it as well.
the Yankees announced that another minor leaguer got it
Yeah.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Yankees have
Man.
2 now.
New York is bad. New York.
It's hard to. You say not a college athlete has it, but I guarantee you someone has it.
Oh no, yeah, like that we know of. Like
You know what was scary was the Nebraska coach when he was on the sideline. Obviously, very.
Oh,
Fred
yeah.
Hoiberg. Yeah,
Hold up.
That was crazy.
So Kevin Durant has also tested positive for coronavirus.
What's Kevin
Wait, the
Durant?
games came out?
Yeah,
No way.
according to the Athletic.
Who is it? Who are they? Oh.
Kyrie,
They
Kevin
just-
Durant, DeAndre Jordan, and then somebody else has to have. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
Kevin
not.
Durant has, that's crazy.
Wow, this is.
Durant says he's feeling fine. Everyone be careful. Take care of yourself in quarantine. We're going to get through this, according to Shams.
See, that's the big thing. It's just I hate to like get into the whole coronavirus thing. It's like these guys should be okay. They're in great health, so they should be able to go through. I mean, I think Gobert didn't even have the symptoms. He just had it. He
No,
didn't have
Donovan
any
Mitchell was
symptoms.
asymptomatic. Rudy Gobert does have symptoms.
Okay,
Tom
there you
Hanks
go.
still has his symptoms.
And
so.
apparently the Nets played the Jazz prior to all that stuff happening.
They did. It was them, the Raptors, and I think the Pistons might have been one of them too.
Yeah, because Christian Wood had his career high 32 points against the Jazz, and it's like, oh.
Shame on whoever said Rudy Gobert should get Defensive Player of the Year for this. Shame on you.
That was bad. I mean, I think we need to acknowledge, like, again, this would make a great 30 or 30 because there could be a whole segment about how the fact that Rudy Gobert ascended to being the most hated player in the history of sports for like 2 days.
He shut down the NBA.
I mean, people were like, if you just like when he posted that video update and ESPN posted on Twitter, like every single comment was just tearing him to shreds.
I mean,
it was brutal.
Someone said that he potentially saved America, but I'm not completely convinced on that.
To
I mean,
be fair,
kinda, like a little bit.
Because if the NBA had not suspended their season, none of the conference tournaments would have been suspended. The conference tournaments would have went on with fans, and I think it would have. I don't think the NCAA tournament would have happened, but the conference tournaments would have happened, and that would have been pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, because the NCAA
I feel like we would have been
was
locked
never going to
down.
suspend anything because they want money. So,
like, things escalated so quickly in that 48 hours span. Because I remember in a whole big group chat with the Extra Point, I said when you guys were going on spring break that, hey, there's a possibility that we're not coming back to class. I just want you guys to know that.
I bet we would have come back to class if it weren't for all that.
Y'all know who still hasn't gotten their results back yet from their coronavirus tests?
Me?
Charles Barkley.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
He's still in self-quarantine via Christina at WBRC via Twitter said that he's still in self-quarantine waiting for his results to come back.
Wasn't that days ago?
Yeah, it was like 4 days ago.
It's because the testing is so inefficient and so unprepared that like people can't get it, or when they do get it, it takes days to get it back.
The Thunder and Jazz were tested all that night, and we found out the next day. I don't believe that. They need to expedite that stuff for Sir Charles.
I mean, I
It
think
just depends.
most,
They swab you and then they just test for the proteins and all that to see if they're in there, and it changes like color.
I'm no medical expert, but on the ticker
My
below
dad
us,
told me about it. He might have to test people, so he told me about it.
on the ticker, on the new sticker below us on the show, there's actually CDC guidelines on coronavirus. So make sure you read that. Yeah.
Letting people know.
I was thinking ahead. We're 33 minutes in, and yeah.
You talk about how fast it was escalating. Like, I remember thinking about, like, going home for spring break. I did not think, okay, I better get a lot of stuff because we may not be back. It didn't even cross my mind. And then by Monday, you're texting, like, oh, by the way. Or Monday or Tuesday, you're like, by the way. And it, like, I mean, it just took
Well,
on
and, like,
another level
think of it
so
this way,
quickly.
like, think of it this way. Me and Hillman live 2 hours from Auburn, so, like, it's accessible for us to go back to Auburn and get our stuff, which I did this past weekend. But, like, I had class today or via Zoom like we're doing right now, and a teacher handed back exams of ours the week before we got out for spring break and said, give these back when we get back from spring break, the way, like, nobody has them. But we were on Zoom today, and she was like, how many of y'all, like, aren't even near Auburn? And one girl's like, I'm literally in Washington, D.C., and another one's like, I'm in California. So, like, that's a problem. Like, people can't get back to get their stuff, get stuff for school.
Yeah. I had, well, we know that Amanda, who's on the show with us, and she'll be on tomorrow, she was in London. I had another friend. I had another friend. I had another. Well, she's going to Texas, so I don't feel bad about it. I had another friend. She was in Ireland. She came back. So, yeah, no, it could definitely been bad.
And I had a friend whose dad was in Lebanon, and they like just shut off their borders like 2 days ago, and like he got out like 15 hours before like it all went like crazy. But
you see Canada shutting their borders. Like, where am I supposed to go now? Hey, West Virginia, I heard is West Virginia.
I think they just refuse to test. They're just like, yeah, we're not going to test so we can say
they don't have one case.
They don't, but it's like
they definitely
somebody,
do.
You know, if you look at the stuff, one of the posts I saw, somebody comments, yeah, when none of your roads work, nobody can go and get tested. And I was like, that's not ideal. But
guarantee they have, because we said we didn't have one, and then we have like 30 already.
Yeah, that's also because it's spread. Like, we had people coming in from different states as well.
And it's just Alabama was so reluctant to test.
Think about it this way too. There's 37 cases in the state of Alabama, and over half of them, as of this morning, 20 of them are in one county, and it's the Jefferson County where Birmingham is.
Yeah.
I mean, to be expected, I guess. Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot more that come out. Like, I'm sure Lee County, Mobile County, I'm sure they've got more than what they're reporting right now, but we'll see.
Did you guys know about how Lee County got his first case?
No. It was the EAMC worker.
Yeah, it was an EAMC worker that got into contact with somebody who had it, and then it kind of sprawled from there. So that's not good at all.
Don't let me go on my soapbox about that, but
yeah,
what happened? I was almost.
I've heard some horror stories about certain hospitals around here, not naming names. Yeah. There's the reason why I will drive an hour to Fort Benning to get medical treatment.
One thing I didn't even think about in all this is, like, you mentioned, like, people being in California, like, how all the teachers and stuff are running stuff based on, like, Central Time, and I could not imagine, like, I have an exam tomorrow at 9 a.m., and I could not imagine, like, living all the way in California.
Wow.
Like, that's because everything is still running by Central Time, and I still live in the Central Time zone, so it's all the same to me, but, like...
Well, Alex, think about this, too. Me and you have a class together, and it is Spanish, and our Spanish professor resides in Barcelona, Spain. She was in Spain the week before spring break, and she emailed us basically with the message saying, as you all know, there's a travel ban in Europe. I don't know when I'm ever getting back, pretty much.
Yeah,
so,
Wait, who's
that was pretty crazy.
Who's your teacher?
Jared, I couldn't tell you her name if you gave me 1,000 tries.
I also couldn't, so.
I thought...
like Carmen, Rossell, I don't know. She's a nice lady. Love her. Good teacher.
You just don't know her name.
Well, like, it's like, I know her first name's Carmen, but she has two different last names because one's her father's name, one's her mother's name. I don't know.
I thought that maybe that it was my Spanish teacher from almost 6 years ago, but...
Jared, see, you insist you're not a boomer, but then you say stuff like that, referring to, like, your first year at Auburn, like it was, you know,
back when I was an undergrad.
It was... I'm 24. I'm not old, although...
Jared remembers the days when Auburn basketball wasn't any good. He's not Auburn basketball.
I do.
To be fair, that wasn't very long ago. So.
Exactly. But, I mean, he was here when Mike Donahue was also the Auburn basketball coach.
Chill.
It was funny because the other day I called my mother, and for the life of her, bless her heart, she could not remember the year I was born, and I felt really bad because she said 1990 at first, and I was like, that's not even close. That's 5 years off.
Let me do the math. Jared is 47 years old, which means he was born in, let's see, 1973, Jared?
No, not at all.
That's when my mom was born.
Exactly.
Wow, your mom's not gonna be happy about you just calling her out like that.
It's common knowledge.
I know.
She's
my
not
knowledge for who, Davis?
She's not listening. If you asked her, she might tell you. I didn't really think that through. Look, I'm the oldest of, like, I don't know. Move on. I forgot.
Wait, what?
You know why Kevin Durant got the coronavirus?
Why?
Have you ever seen the movie called Thunderstruck with him in it?
Oh my God.
He touched that basketball one too many times. That kid had the coronavirus. That's why. Kevin Durant had to get his talent back.
That's bad.
Okay.
Wait, is somebody getting locked in? Is that what I heard?
I heard something.
Yeah, somebody get locked in. I'm in my grandmother's work.
Oh.
I got a key. Y'all can pull up if you want.
I thought the National Guard came in and got you.
Hey, you never know that might happen.
Gotta save the essential personnel.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. This is...
It's okay because my uncle owns it. My great uncle owns the company, so it's cool.
Okay, that's fine. Jacob, by the way, Carter said he loves your background.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
And I love it too. I might keep it up forever.
Well,
someone's calling. Should I answer? I'm serious. Someone's calling over there.
Davis, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Davis, and also Jacob, the Redskins have 8 linebackers on the roster. Can we trade 2 of them for Cam?
No.
Just any 2?
Out my face.
Reuben Foster with his torn ACL, and we'll give you Thomas Davis.
Will y'all give us Chase Young?
He's not on the roster yet, so no.
Well, give us that number 2 overall pick.
I don't know.
Cam's with the number 2 overall pick?
No, but
But
You seem to.
Don't trust trading draft picks. Okay, I figured that out the hard way.
Yeah, that's true. Also, I don't want Cam to go somewhere crap. I'm still pulling for Cam. I hope he does well.
Somewhere crappy, Jacob. You guys might finish with a worse record next year than we do.
That's
But
not.
at least the Panthers aren't an absolute.
But the Panthers
I don't know
still.
how to describe the
Panthers starting quarterback right now is Kyle Allen. So
Who did?
Bridgewater.
Yeah.
they got Bridgewater. I forgot they signed him. My bad. I
And
keep forgetting.
Kyle Allen did sign a 1-year tender or whatever, so he's still there.
Hey,
So my boy's
Kyle Allen for MVP.
my boy's still there. No,
So now you're on the bandwagon, Alex.
I've always been on the bandwagon.
Oh no, let's.
You were on the bandwagon.
Let's not get it twisted, okay? The Panthers still have potential MVP candidate Christian McCaffrey. They're definitely going to still finish with a better record than the Redskins, who don't. That organization is no.
No.
I don't trust
Really?
that organization. No. The Redskins will be the first team to lose to the coronavirus. I'm convinced.
Hey, they were the first team to shut down operations because of the virus, so we're ahead of the game.
Of course, they shut down.
Y'all were going to shut down operations anyway because y'all suck.
Yeah, they already did.
Shut up.
They shut down operations by like week 2 of last year. Of course, it would be easy.
They still beat the Panthers in like week 10, so I'm content with what I got.
The tank was on at that point.
Yeah, we didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Where does Cam end up?
Chargers.
Go ahead and push your bets right now.
Whichever team doesn't get Brady might trade for him.
Because
I wanted to go to the Patriots, but I think he's going to end up with the Bears.
Yeah, Chicago.
we've been saying the Bears for like 4 months now.
Well, Jared, we might as
kinda
well keep
why.
saying it because, I mean, I don't know. I'd 100% rather have Cam Newton than Mitch Trubisky right now. 100%.
Yeah.
Mitch Trubisky may be young. He may have the size and the stature, but, I mean, Cam Newton is Cam Newton, and especially if he's been rehabbing like he says he's been rehabbing and he's healthy, that's a dangerous football player right
And don't forget, Mitch Trubisky's also terrible. That's a key ingredient to that whole thing is that he's just
terrible.
Some of the times he throws the football, you really wonder if his head is even connected to the rest of his body or if he can actually see.
Carter is saying Bears.
I mean, that would
Carter's right. It's going to be the Bears.
If the Panthers were like anybody that wants to get traded, I would not be surprised if the Bucks don't get Brady and go after him just because Bruce Arians is trying to antagonize Jameis Winston and light some form of fire underneath him to not throw 30 interceptions. And signing a quarterback that was his rival that beat Jameis a million times would be an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know any other plays other than the Bears.
Exactly.
I guess. Where's Derek Carr gonna end up now that the Raiders have Mariota?
I think they're gonna stick with it, and Green's gonna be like, fight for it.
Because
one's a backup. One like for this year, he'll be one or the other will be the backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
From there, I don't know.
It's going to be a Bo next to Joey Gatewood scene. They're going to battle it out preseason, and somebody's going to get kicked to the curb.
Transfer.
Get traded after the 5th or 6th week.
How about the fact that I'm bringing this up because Henry has jumped back to the chat and he's jokingly saying the Cowboys, but the Cowboys, Amari Cooper, that whole deal, which he got paid, good for him. Dak tagged. It was to be expected at this point.
The Cowboys.
Yeah.
They're
And
setting
then
themselves up for failure. Like they're setting themselves up like the Rams. But the Rams actually made a Super Bowl. The Cowboys didn't even make the playoffs, and they're still spending all that money.
if you're just now joining us, breaking news that kind of came past us in the last 10 minutes, and that we're still trying to get information on is Kevin Durant and his coronavirus pretty much being tested for and positive for coronavirus. Trying to figure out who the other three players are. The only reason why we know about Kevin Durant is because of The Athletic, and he confirmed it with them. The other three players, we're not entirely sure.
Just saying, if it's not Kyrie, he's going to get all four of those players traded. It'll just happen. Inevitability.
You know, when they said that Kate... No, I'm not going to make that joke.
Say it. Say it.
No,
Make the joke.
no.
Make the joke and say it.
No.
Jared, the FCC is not on our necks now. You can make the joke.
I was going to say, when people talked about how, how bad KD was as a a player when it came to like morale and like team spirit and stuff, chemistry. And it was like people really used the word infectious a lot, and now look what happened.
Oh no,
That was bad, Jared.
Wow,
that's good. It's not bad. That's good.
Babe, what is that?
It's Eagle Sports logo.
Babe, what on earth is wrong with you? All of ours are doing it at least. I mean, even Jacobs is running a video, and it's a little blurry, but it still works out. And you're just out there.
Well, Jacob's also running at 15 frames a second, so.
But at least Jacob is there. Bay is in like 3 places at once right now.
Hold on, I think I have a solution. Just give me a second. Y'all keep talking about coronavirus.
Man, this virus. What are you guys doing now? I guess is the question.
I've been playing basketball a lot.
Outside?
Xbox.
Yeah. I mean, I have a basketball
There's
court.
nothing wrong with going
my
outside.
Granddad
As long as
made.
you stay by yourself.
My uncles.
Apparently, the hot and humid weather will help, according to
Hey,
a
it's
study.
way
You look
worse right
scary,
now.
babe. Hey, you look like.
It's way worse.
You don't remember the creepypasta Jeff the Killer? That's what it looks like.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Hey, please. You're gonna have nightmares.
I think
just your eyes.
I will say, Dave, you talked about all like the same 3 memes being posted, but I saw one where it said it was like me as like a 70-year-old man talking to my grandkids, telling the story of the coronavirus. Then the kids ask, "What were you doing during the coronavirus?" And the guys are like, "Just sending memes to my friends." That's what like most people are like to do it to cope, just posting memes. And
there's nothing else to do. I mean, you might as well. I mean, heck,
I've been watching. I brought a ton of movies down with me from Auburn, so I'm probably gonna be watching movies.
what is it, like Outbreak is like the number 3 movie in the U.S. on Netflix. If people keep watching that because that's the only like
I'm probably gonna watch
movie on
Hacksaw
Netflix
Ridge,
about
honestly.
Hacksaw Ridge is a great movie.
Thank you. I've seen it like 10
stop
times.
it.
What?
I think I'm gonna catch up on. I think I'm finally. This is the time I have to do it now.
Is it Star Wars time?
It's Star Wars time.
Yes.
I think I finally got to start watching it.
Hold up. What? Most of those movies are what? 2 hours, Jared? Let's just do the extra point Tuesday, Thursday, and have you watch one of the movies while we're sitting here.
Okay, let me tell you how fast we would get banned for doing that.
Banned by
You have to put the movie on. You react to the movie though.
Yeah.
No. You put the commentary and they watch it with
in
you.
the background.
Yeah. Exactly, Jared. Like if you're just reacting to something in the background, it's not like copyright.
Okay, I guess that's fair. Maybe. Well, what order do I watch the movies in? I know there's
Machete order. No, let me take this over. So you want to watch it? I mean, now obviously you know the whole Darth Vader is right. You know, I'm your father.
I'll spoil it.
Okay, it's weird.
Jared
not
didn't know
spoiling a
that,
movie
that'd
from
be
1980. Machete order is good because you get to go. You have 4 or 5. You get the whole surprise, and then you get to go back and see Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader, and then you get to watch episode 6, and then you can watch the crappy sequels.
Are we factoring in the anthology film? Because I think Rogue One could go in one of the
Yeah,
time
you can
slots.
put that. Yeah, you can start. You can start off with that one.
I'm just saying,
That would actually be a really good start because you see Darth Vader as a total badass.
That's true.
That'd be awesome.
A New Hope is only 2 hours and a minute. Empire Strikes Back is 2 hours and 4 minutes, and Return of the Jedi is 2 hours and 11 minutes. So we could totally. I mean, we're going a little over, but I mean, Davis, what is that?
What does it look like?
I don't
Shout
know
out
what it looks like. It's so blurred.
Overall Auburn. That's the point, Alex.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, if we're running out of content, we might as well talk or have just Jared watch the Star Wars movies and then yell at him when he says opinions that are incorrect.
What if he just likes them, Alex? You ever think of that?
What if he just what?
I
I
don't know if I am going to like them because it's such a they're so divisive. It sounds like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, the first 3 really aren't. The original 3.
4, 5, and 6 are not.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Very.
Rogue One, not divisive. Everyone seems to like that one. So.
All right.
I've heard people that hate that one.
Here we go. Carter Conspiracy Corner that we've always joked about behind the scenes, but here it is now, I guess. The NBA has announced the NBA had KD announce it had the coronavirus because the NFL was dominating the media.
That's not a crazy conspiracy. It really isn't.
Not the worst idea ever.
I don't even know if it's a conspiracy. I mean, like, it's a marketing strategy. I mean, if you're the NBA, you don't have games being played. I mean, you don't have much going on. So, hey, KD, you hit the coronavirus, announce it.
I mean,
gotta stay relevant somehow. But the poor XFL, man.
Yeah, they were. Man, poor everybody. I mean, but again, how about forget poor XFL, poor Vince McMahon. Dude was raking in money, and now the XFL got canceled, and WrestleMania is going to be in front of an audience of no people.
I mean,
WrestleMania is going to look weird.
I guarantee Vince McMahon makes a coronavirus joke.
So did you see that he was the last the city of Tampa Bay had to basically force him to shut down. So he was still going to go through with it. He's crazy.
Look, it's a who blinks first kind of move.
I mean, Vince has done crazier things. Well, I don't know if he's done crazier things. He's done crazy things.
Yes, he has. He fought God.
He did have a wrestling match with God. That's correct. That's correct. And he did. I think he won too. But that's a whole separate. But I mean, it's just.
That's kayfabe. That's kayfabe.
Exactly. Got to keep it alive. But it's just. Thing is, I mean, I think the XFL will be back because I think it did pretty good this year, and I mean, I think they've got the funding behind it to survive. Unless, of course, the NFL takes the quarterback from the Roughnecks.
PJ Walker.
Yes, exactly. Then the XFL's in trouble because that guy was the star.
That's former PJ Walker. That's former Colts quarterback PJ Walker you're talking about right there.
You said former. Were you about to say former PJ Walker Colts quarterback?
Yes. Carter's second part of his conspiracy.
Now this gets into really big conspiracy.
KD doesn't really have the coronavirus. The NBA just needed a headline.
Oh my gosh! Wait, where are y'all seeing him asking all these questions?
Chat. Yeah, chat. I have the chat up next to me that I can see everybody commenting.
Oh, Periscope.
Yeah,
I'm gonna click on this and see. All right, there we are. But I'm just saying, I really wish that I don't know that the NBA had done a couple games with an audience or whatnot, because that would have really put LeBron's ridiculous comments to the test, where he said he wasn't going to play if there was no fans.
Davis, what is that?
He changed it.
Davis, he changed it.
Look at him, it's a little monkey.
Wait, what did he change, Davis?
He said he would have played before it got canceled. He said I would play.
My thoughts about no fans and stuff would be like, how many technical fouls we called on coaches for cussing out officials and stuff.
Because
without escalated.
Yeah.
Mario Hezonja would have came up and tried to grab their hands again.
Wait, so Davis, he did walk back those comments?
Yes, he said I would play.
Okay.
Have y'all seen it was on the internet a day or two after Donovan Mitchell's news came out. It was you know how on a live photo on an iPhone you hold it down, you can hear what's being said and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, somebody took a picture of him courtside and they said, "Let me get try to dap him."
Yeah.
They did a basketball for him, or whatever. He said, "No, because you probably have the virus," and he had the virus. So.
Well then.
Yeah, there's been a lot
a
lot of, I guess, cold takes would be the word, with Gobert just touching all the microphones, and then Mitchell saying that. Rest in peace, the Jazz. I'm saying, despite all this, I'm still picking the Jazz.
Jazz are going to go 0-82 next season because everybody's
what did I say 2 months ago? You can't trust the Jazz for nothing. And you saw what they did.
Even to be simply
the only thing the Jazz are good for are their throwback uniforms, and that's it.
Hey, and the orange
the alternate, yeah, that's
cool. like the rainbow.
But the regular jerseys,
ones.
Terrible, horrible.
Yeah.
Jack Hart would have an absolute field day roasting their jerseys on Uniform Factor.
Uniform Factor.
You're not part of that.
You don't know about that. That's
sorry guys.
Yeah.
That's a deleted file.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's something else. Maybe he'll make a well, I don't know if they can make a return because there's no sports happening. What are you gonna do? It's 4:54.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh dang. It flew to 4:40, and now these last 15 minutes.
Wow, you saying we're boring, Alex? Wow.
No, that's not
cool, Alex.
Jared, what are you doing?
Jared,
nobody can smell that. What does it smell like?
So it's cranberry mandarin. Yeah. Cranberry mandarin.
Everybody gets normal scented candles, and Jared's just like...
Jared's a freak for green Hawaiian punch and scented candles.
No, it's really true because...
I still can't get over the fact that you lighted that when it started the show. It was going to, You could have, like, if the room smelled that bad, you could have had it lit the whole time. But you just lit, like, when the show started because, like, oh, man, we're really going to notice if Jared's room smells bad.
When I work, I have to work with candles, okay? I have a lot of candles. You want to see my candles?
No.
No.
Sure.
Not at all. Not at all.
Who said yes?
I did.
Alex.
I'll mute myself for a minute for that.
All right, now
You
that
won't be able to
Jared's
unmute
on, Mike,
yourself. I hope you
figure
know
out how to
that.
kick him off.
Yeah.
And
He can't unmute himself.
insert the I'm the captain
He's
now
muted.
game.
He can't unmute.
Carter asks, if Kyrie has the coronavirus, are the Nets better because their on-court chemistry will be better? Potentially.
I mean, but
Potentially.
then he just wouldn't pass because his excuse would be that he'd get everybody infected.
True.
I have a better idea.
Jared, do not unmute Alex. He decided to mute himself as a joke.
Oh, Lord. There we
Thank
go.
you, Jared.
No.
You're welcome. Hold up. I set up something that we can use.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I know. Give me a second.
Uh-oh.
This is going to go horribly.
Well,
probably. Can you see that?
Yes.
We can now.
Yes.
I can't do anything.
I can see your phone.
All right, so this is getting really in depth. I set up the show to where we can use my phone. So I'm gonna show you all my candles, but I can't hear you when I leave.
Oh no!
So we can just talk trash about Jared while he's gone. Just
Yeah.
make fun of him and his candle collection.
Look how stupid his room is.
Oh my god! You got every color of the rainbow.
This one, palm leaf.
Febreze.
You got this one, mulled cider.
These all look like off-brand, like Yankee candles.
That's what they are.
And then
Oh my gosh, we're not done.
you got this one over here, Country Holiday. And this one, Gordon Rain. And then I got a BB-8.
Oh, that's from ESPN. That's what's his name's?
Stay hydrated.
Oh, Jared.
Whoa.
Let me know if you need anything, Jared.
Uh-oh.
Hold up, how do I stop this before something bad happens?
Jared, let me know if you need anything.
Oh
Make sure
Lord,
you stay hydrated.
my camera.
Jared, just give us a whole house tour while you're at it.
Yes, you should.
Jared, all I'm saying is one of those candles was Country Holiday. That thing was sold during Christmas. It's March.
Yeah.
This is March.
This
You know
is
when that
March.
was sold.
Jared, you had so many. That's crazy. You have more candles than my mom does.
I know. I really should have thought about what happened if messages came through during that, and I did not think about that. That could have been bad. That could have been really bad.
What a rookie mistake, Jared.
That could have been.
No, Jared. What could have been really bad? Why don't you share with the class? What could have been super bad?
That could have been the extra points done for good bad. If
Jared, what are you texting, dog?
Jared, what is going on?
Have you not seen our group chat half of the time?
That's true. Ours isn't that bad though.
No, there's a different one they need to worry about.
Oh,
but no. Let's see, what is this chat right here? No, but yeah, pretty much. I have a lot of candles because I mean, what else am I gonna do? What is this? Is this the game
Last
from
summer basketball game of the year?
yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Samir absolutely popped off.
Is it the whole game?
Hey,
No.
let's speak of something real quick, if we may. As we know, Auburn is targeting a huge recruiting class next year, correct?
Sure.
And Isaac Okoro has been projected to go high in the draft, but we did see, or I did see on Twitter today, where there's like a projection for him to drop and go 10th overall instead of the 5, 4, and 3 overalls. Let's say potentially his draft stock's just a little bit more. What's the chance of him coming back with the
None.
Jalen Green, Greg Brown? Come on.
I think
I hope he
someone-
leaves. I want him to get paid.
Yeah,
is-
Hillman's anti Okoro coming back for sophomore year.
How do you know? Never mind.
I guess it really all depends on how this whole thing shifts out, because if like worst case scenario, right? I don't know what happens with new draft picks and their money situation if the NBA is on like a suspended hiatus, right? Like, worst case scenario, like this thing is really bad and there's no NBA season next year. I mean, I guess at that point there's probably not college basketball at that point either, right?
Well, I guess it depends on all the scholarship situations and everything there.
Even something I didn't think about.
I think college basketball scholarship wise, all the seniors are gone.
Yeah.
Are you talking about if there's no college basketball next year?
So
that's what he said. Yeah.
They also canceled recruiting visits.
Well, that's only for like a month though.
Two things I didn't think about is one. So the draft happens, but if basketball resumes in June, these teams will be making moves to draft players while also playing with their rosters beforehand.
That'll be
which
like
is
MLB.
really weird.
Yeah.
And also,
Dude,
what do
are
we
you doing?
think the likelihood is that the NCAA gives people back their eligibility?
Spring sports is actually kind of high, but I mean, there's a lot of people that won't take advantage.
Get the
of
latest
it.
information.
Winter sports is 0. It's not going to happen for winter sports.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, because if they did it
don't
for
do
basketball.
this to me, Jared.
No, Jared.
No, we're gonna do it.
All right.
I wanna
Mute us all,
Live
Jared.
reaction.
I want
Mute us all, Jared.
I want to go on this emotional trip with you guys.
There isn't a ring or a banner or anything that can take their place of admiration and true respect that you have brought to Auburn's athletic program and the men's basketball program.
Is that why I came here? Is that holy water? Number 3.
Keep it going though. We're gonna keep it going next year. Okay.
Now that's emotional.
I was waiting for an Isaac Okoro cameo in there as well.
That would have been so devastating. I mean, I know it's going to happen, but like, for it to happen like that would have been devastating.
He's going to go to the draft, but I mean, I think it's a reality of being a great program is that you can attract guys that then boost. I mean, his draft stock, I'm not sure wasn't even close to as high as it is now because he's been so good this year. And I mean,
the fact that Austin's just holding on with one arm.
Oh my goodness!
He's probably like 4 inches off the ground.
We can break down plays now.
Lord.
Oh my goodness.
The baseline referee is pure.
Who would have thought that the extra point would have gotten better now that we have the Zoom and the ability to break down video?
That's what I'm saying.
We should watch like famous basketball plays and break them down with that.
We should break down the kick six.
I saw some today where it was a post.
Hey, when I wash my hands, I recite the kick six while I'm doing it.
I do too.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Dude,
it's
yes.
like 22
yes.
seconds.
35-40.
Perfect.
Yeah, and Chris Davis takes him back in the end zone. He'll run out the 10. It's a perfect length.
It is.
You not seeing everybody post that, Alex?
One thing I want to say about the video, though, is like Samir, what he says at the end, and just kind of what he brought a swagger to Auburn. Matt, I saw someone on Twitter, I can't remember who did it, but they compared it it's similar to the Cam swagger that Cam brought to Auburn football back in 2010. Like, they had that kind of same mantra. I mean, the shimmies, always the ice in the veins. I mean, it's just awesome what he's brought. I mean, I remember last year when Jared Harper hit that 3 against Florida, Samir's the only guy that could make him crack a smile on the court. That's just what Samir's done for this program. And what he said at the end, it was just, I mean, that was right after their final meeting as a team, right before they had that dance party. That is what it's all about. Is that he came in, he made a difference, and he wants it to continue going forward, and he knows it's going to.
Yeah, you kind of look at it, it's kind of a weird transition for him. I mean, he played 2 years at VCU, I think, 1 or 2 years. And then transfers over, has to sit out with Austin that year. So he really built his relationship with him and, the other guys like D'Angelo. And last year he gets to play, but, he's got all conference guards in front of him with Jared Harper and Bryce Brown. He's kind of overshadowed, still contributing. But, this was really his year. And he was definitely one of the more improved players in the conference. And I think Jacob kind of hit the nail right on the head. He kind of brought a different feeling to the team this year. He kind of stepped up as the leader and kind of – he wasn't really kind of like the stern leader. He was kind of the leader that keeps the team together, kind of like the glue. You saw after they lost in the Auburn videos, he's walking around the locker room dapping people up, saying, "Come on, next game, keep your head up, let's go." And that's kind of the mantra he brought to Bruce's team this year.
Who are you gonna miss the most? I already know my answer.
Honestly, people are gonna say Samir and Austin, but I'm honestly gonna miss Anthony the most.
Anthony, I was gonna
say it's Anthony. It's definitely Anthony.
Because think about it, Anthony played a whole lot his freshman year. His 4 years here, he played probably the more valuable minutes than anybody in that 4-year span. And also, he had injuries and stretches where his defense was his highlight. He had stretches where his offense was his highlight. He's
the one that's played the most of these other guys.
Huh?
He's the one that's played the most of these guys. 2 of them transfer in, and 2 others sat out a year.
Yeah, he carried himself too. He really never lost his composure besides the technical, obviously, that we just saw. But late in the season. But Anthony really he was a great sport. Not to mention the fact that he's smart as they'll get. I don't know. I think I'll just miss Anthony. He's a very underappreciated and underrated player in Auburn history. He's gonna be missed.
Out of all the here's a big thing. Depending on what they do with eligibility, right? I don't know what his eligibility status is at that point.
Nah, I don't think the winter sports are going to get that. That'd be cool, but one, it's going to be tough for the spring sports to work it out. So I think they're just gonna have to move on. Because think about it, some players, their season was done. Some players, their season actually ended. They had no future games to play. Now, obviously, unfortunately, for a lot of teams, or I should say most teams,
64 teams.
Yeah, at least 64, and really the
68. Don't forget about the first 4.
You're right. 68. My bad.
They had other games to play.
Well,
but
and also, go ahead.
I'm saying it's going to be so tough to deal with, and if you're a junior, now I think the spring sports every player gets an extra year, because if you're a junior and you're sitting behind a senior and you don't get that extra year, you come in and you don't it's just one of those things where it's tough, and also some of the seniors aren't going to be able to if they don't have pro athlete aspirations, they got to get in the real world ASAP, and they got to start making money.
That was the next point I was going to make. Was I'm somewhat related to this guy that plays college baseball. He's come from JUCO and he's playing at a 4-year school and he's a senior, and he told me before the season, he was like, yeah, I'm actually kind of I'm mentally checked out, I'm ready to get on with my life. And it's his senior year and they give him another year eligibility back, but his mindset was already after this year I'm done. So you kind of have to deal with the problem of players also rejecting the extra year of eligibility, and that's going to kind of, screw with some programs and then being able to offer other players scholarships. So
I'll take an extra year eligibility.
Yeah, but
Jared, you keep giving yourself extra years of eligibility.
Jared, we could have filled up the 2 hours today with this, you coming back to Auburn for another year, or leaving us doing whatever the heck you want to do.
No,
I filled up the whole show with that.
Jared, I'm gonna make a senior video for you, And it's gonna have highlights all the way back from the very first extra point with Brooks.
Oh,
He's gonna put the laser beams coming out of your eyes too.
If you can,
You just lost to Jared Dillard in the extra point.
If you can
do that,
if you can find videos from back, well, I guess they're not hard to find actually, because they're on Eagle Eye. But hey, I got nothing better to do.
Can you make for me and also for Jared for his going away present a video like you made for Bruce without saying like you just lost to Bruce Pearl, would make it saying with that being said and the red laser beams coming out of his eyes.
I like that. I'll probably do it with the screenshot of him with his Yankee socks up.
Yes.
I'll probably do that one and zooms in on his eyes.
Jared, I still have to figure out how to make a GIF of you going nuts over yourself saying with that being said to end the semester.
Oh yeah, let's see. I mean, do I even still have that? I don't know if I want to video share anymore. But do I still have that GIF somewhere?
There's a lot of GIFs from the extra play. It's a GIF. It's not a GIF.
Oh,
let's not get into this argument.
Whatever it may be.
GIF?
It's
a GIF. Yeah,
all right,
I agree. But I don't want to argue about it.
Report. I just saw this report go off this. Report from Jim Trotter says the Chargers believe they are out of the running for Brady. So. Guess he's going to the Bucks.
Also,
anyway.
Breaking news. Hold up. This is something I do got to screen share.
This is either going to be really good or really bad.
I'm afraid. West Virginia. West Virginia has reported their first coronavirus case.
You spoiled it, Jacob.
Sorry.
It's tough.
He did spoil it because it's right there.
Oh, Jacob. Come on, man.
I bet it has more than one, though. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just that's the first of many.
That's pretty dark, but I have something that'll make y'all cheer up. This guy named Coach Casey Smith on Twitter tweeted, "Quarantined a 13U player on my team today in the middle of practice. He didn't have any symptoms of coronavirus. He just made 2 errors in a row, and I can't allow that on my baseball field. Hashtag BLE."
Ouch.
You ever seen the videos like the Pee Wee baseball coach that goes and talks to the pitcher, and he's like, "What are you doing?" He like trash talks him. I imagine he's like that.
But kind of giving update on potential landing spots for me. There are some
5-star recruit Jared Dillard
rumblings down in the Bay.
South?
So
you going to South?
So
Which
maybe.
Bay are you talking about?
Maybe.
It could be South Florida, South Alabama.
South Alabama.
I feel like he's talking about the
Oh
Mobile
my
Bay
gosh,
Alex.
Jared's going to
What
become a
would your
townie.
be in, though?
Oh my gosh.
USA. University of South Alabama.
They don't call themselves USA anymore.
What?
Jared, that means you can hang out with JP every time you guys home.
Davis, they definitely do call themselves.
Well, they can't have it on like official branding anymore or something.
Oh yeah, I don't think they ever could.
No, they like something happened where they're not allowed to do that anymore.
Well, Jared, maybe that affects your decision, but
Maybe.
welcome to Townie Town.
I'll do some research. You can come visit me in the Boone.
No.
Jared, you can go to Mardi Gras now.
No. Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Get on my face.
You'll be close to it, Jared. You'll only be a few hours
Jared.
Wow.
Let me sell you on Grand Bay real quick.
There's nothing to sell, Davis.
We got my cousin's truck and we turned the truck bed into a pool. So,
Davis, I did that 3 years ago.
I could do that.
And then we also invented a new sport.
Why would you brag about that? That's something.
I also was going to tell you about the sport we made, but okay.
What?
It's called tarp ball.
Is it called baseball?
It's called tarp ball. You're playing on a tarp covered in soap.
What on earth? That like Mobile stole Mardi Gras from New Orleans?
I didn't steal anything. It's basically baseball, but with a lot of different rules.
Bae, that was just stupid. That's just
hit with the other end of the wiffle ball bat. And if you hit a foul ball, you can run to second. And if you beat the outfielder there, then you get to go to first. It's pretty fun. Y'all should try it out sometime.
That sounds like
move on.
That sounds like the most ghetto.
Oh, it is. It is, but it was pretty fun. I ate it. I'm very sore from it because I fell so many times.
I mean, at this point, we have nothing better to do. I mean, what else are we gonna do during this quarantine? I say quarantine, but I mean,
go to class on Zoom.
I don't have any
I got
classes
a test
to go
tomorrow,
to.
so I don't know.
Man,
yeah.
I got Jared, are you not going to teach your public speaking classes on Zoom?
I'll figure that out. We have options. We have options.
Oh boy,
Alex, you're in public speaking right now, right?
I am. Yes.
Are you happy that I edited podcasts?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So, remember how early in the morning a group of people also come in and be recording in the studio next to us?
Yeah.
So during the whole semester, we struck a deal with the College of Liberal Arts that we started producing podcasts with all of our equipment for the summer classes and for the future. And then after all this happened, we pushed all that stuff out to now. So if you get any podcasts, that was me editing them. That way you can continue your studies and be an A student. You're welcome.
Well, I was gonna listen to it, Jared, but now that you told me to do so,
I'm here for your education.
Thank you, Jared.
You're welcome.
You know, I would hope you were at college for your own education, but being at college for mine is a fair trade-off as well.
I still can't read, so.
No, we can't. Can't type either.
I cannot. I don't know how that error happened on Instagram yesterday. I don't know how that happened.
That's not even the worst of it. Not even close to the worst of it.
What's the worst one?
Off the top of my head, I can't. But you've had some tweets that have been like several typos.
There was
yesterday. You just easily go in and just kind of edit that. Some tweets you've had to completely delete.
I think the All-Star Game one. I think I messed up.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
I mean, this wasn't a typing one, but tweeting out the passwords that one time. That was pretty.
They're still up. You didn't delete it.
No, I like living on the edge. And look on the bright side. In a couple of weeks, when I'm no longer sports director, that ain't my problem anymore.
That ain't my problem.
Yeah.
That's like the kid that drops their trash at lunch and instead of picking it up says, "I'll just leave it behind for somebody else."
What that kid, Jared?
What high school did you go to?
I said kid. What kids are in high school? A kid's like elementary school or intermediate school.
I don't know.
You're that kid, Jared. You leave your trash behind for somebody else.
Everybody's a kid to me at this point.
You're right,
You're a
Jared.
boomer.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
You set him up for that one, Jared.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is at this point. Is there anything else in the sports world going on right now?
I will say we were talking about Auburn basketball, and this just got back in my head the fact that like this is the winningest senior class ever with 99 wins, and in 4 years, the next senior class is probably going to break that.
If there's senior class,
yeah,
they're all going to get
Remember, two of these guys are like walk-ons, so we should get like a walk-on that stays on for 4 years.
Well, next year there is those seniors.
Leo Bourbon's
was the only
part of the
guy.
most winning class.
It's crazy.
I mean, Dave, you want to walk on?
I will walk on. You think I won't?
Yeah, I don't think you'll walk on.
I'll try. Doesn't mean I'll make it, but I will try.
He'll put in the effort.
I was gonna try to be a manager next year anyway. So
we got a club basketball team.
Yes, Dave.
I mean, I don't care. Babe, you want to walk on with me? Okay, fine. I'll do it myself.
Wow, you really hate to see that.
Exposed. He conveniently missed the All-Star game because he had the
I was about to say don't
this.
Yeah, don't trust Bay. Yeah,
I gotta hustle. That's
Bro,
all.
When I tell you, like I was like in physical pain, like I was in physical pain. Like I literally drove back to Birmingham like late Friday night because I did not feel good.
Hey, look, it's okay. We know you were the weak link of Jared's team. You don't have to hide anymore. We get it.
All right, we're gonna have the Jared Dillard Memorial All-Star Game next year, and I'll be team captain.
Where'd you go?
Well, okay, let me Doctor Strange this thing right here, right? So why is it in every why is it in every outcome? All right, I've went through 5 million different outcomes, right? Why is it in every one I'm dead?
We can see it.
Oh yeah, the Memorial basketball game.
Yeah, why is it every time that I'm dead?
Okay, we'll just call
you're basically
just the Jared Dillard.
I was about to say, Jared, you are so old, your immune system is not too great, so it makes you susceptible.
This is the first time I had the flu since middle school, and it's because of Bay.
It was not. Listen. No, I'm not gonna go down that.
No, because that Thursday, ironically, when we were talking about the All-Star game, and it was us 5 in the studio that late night for whatever reason. When you left, I remember standing right next to you, and then the next day you told me you had the flu, and then I thought to myself, I want to get the flu this way because I was standing right next to him yesterday.
Look,
but no, I didn't. I get the flu. I live with him.
All I know is I contacted the proper legal authority to let them know and make sure everything was clean. And I never got a response back, and I did my part. I also cleaned like mine and Jacob's like entire house to make sure nobody else got sick. So I did a good job at that. So But Jared, I'm not that. That's not my fault. That's your fault.
For what? Getting
You
sick?
didn't eat your Flintstone gummy vitamins that day. That's
Look, I have so many vitamins over there right now. Actually, I gotta.
No, what you have a lot of is candles. That's what you have a lot of.
Yes, I do. And actually, it's time for me to take my medicine, but I don't have it over here. So, yeah. So if I don't get an infection. Any other sports news? I'm trying to remember.
I mean, I'm
We should
trying
have
to
a
think.
tarp ball tournament.
Davis, no.
It's fun, Alex. Don't hate.
We should have
I'm sure
a
it
spike
is.
ball tournament.
Oh, wait, a what?
You ever played spike ball?
Is that the one with the trampoline?
The
It's
mini
in the shape
trampoline
of
where you
one,
hit
but
the
it's
ball
not a
off of it.
trampoline.
I mean, I guess you're gonna call it trampoline.
It's like a circular volleyball net, and it's teams of two, and it's basically volleyball like horizontally, except you hit it off the net and not over it. So like, I don't know. It's a very fun game. You should look it up.
I mean, look, at this point, we got to do something to pass the time. So
Y'all trying to play PlayStation?
I say my computer's about to
2K?
die. I've got 12% left. So should I just let it die and just disappear
Yeah,
in the middle of the show?
You didn't plug it in, you idiot.
I'm about to go get my charger. I'll go get my charger. I'll be back.
Go get your charger.
Bye, Alex.
We could.
Now we have to
yeah,
look
we
at
could.
Saban.
We could we could live stream video games.
That's what I'm saying. We could play 2K or something. That'd be so fun. Like just have a league.
I was trying to see if I could mess with Alex while he was gone, but I can't.
I think we should start like a My League with all of us on 2K.
Look, we have the capabilities to do it. How it would work, I have no idea, but we have the capabilities.
We just like have a My League with us, and then the rest is just simulated, and then whoever wins gets like a ring pop or something.
A ring pop? No, if we're doing this, I'm playing for money. Money.
Okay, $10.
Yeah. No. More.
$5 each.
No.
Okay, there's a
$3
ring.
each.
See, I wish I would have got a ring if I went to that stupid baseball game when the line was pretty
I
much.
even got one, Jared.
Man, I should have went and stood in line. I wanted one.
Rest in peace, all those good promotions they had this year. No bark in the park. They had like a cool thing where it's like they're giving away hats every week.
Hey, you know what I didn't? You know what I didn't have to worry about this year though?
What's that?
Those green St. Patrick Day hats.
Gross.
Those are cursed.
The white hats are bad enough. It's all we freaking wore. Mute him.
Oh Lord, let me. There. That way, if he says something he's not supposed to, and he has a Redskins shirt on too. Like the man has no He has no decency at all.
He has a Saban background, a Redskins shirt. The audacity to come on the show.
I've got to figure out how to make my background look cool without making me look like this.
You need better lighting. That's what you need.
Dude, my lighting's like the best set of anybody on the show right now. I'm literally sitting in front of a window.
Are you kidding me?
Too.
Do you not see my lighting at least?
I think you're just too pale, babe.
No, I can't do anything about this, but
I think all of us are sitting in front of a window except Jacob.
You're correct.
All right, let me unmute him because he's back. What's up, nerd?
No, I don't think he's back actually.
Oh, never mind.
Alex, where's your cats at?
Wait, hold on. We'll wait for him to put the headset back on.
Alex, where's Hazel at? Get Hazel on the show.
What's up?
I don't know where she is, Davis.
What about Mudflap or Bonsai?
Mudflap?
Alex is eating.
Did I say he could bring food on my show?
I almost got up a minute ago and went and got something to drink. I might as well.
No
go
food in the
do it.
studio, Alex.
Yeah, there's no food in the studio. We have rules for a reason.
You kind of are holding us hostage for 2 hours by not.
Yeah,
giving
this
commercial
Jared. These are
breaks.
unprecedented times. I think we should make an exception.
I got a test to study for, Jared. I'm not ready for it at all.
I was in the middle of a Spanish project, and then What about pets? Can I bring a dog on the
Yes.
show?
Yes.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
All right, BRB.
All right.
Also, my cat's over there. Hold
Also,
up.
BRB.
Let me get rid of this virtual
So,
background.
I guess me and Jacob will
Everyone's
just
leaving?
talk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alex, go get your cat.
There he is. Hold up. We're turning around.
Oh, he's
There he
using
is.
his whole laptop.
Is that Hazel?
No, that's not Hazel.
Is Mudflap?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Hazel's
I
a
couldn't see him.
midget. What are you talking about?
It switched off of you, dog. I couldn't see.
Oh. But yeah.
Y'all want to have a
Oh,
study
hey.
for a bio test right now?
Davis, what
Who in the world knows biology?
Huh?
So who in the world knows biology in here?
I don't, and I'm
Wait,
failing
Alex,
my
what's
lab
your
right now.
Alex? What's your major?
Journalism.
So okay, yeah. Davis is the only one that's not, liberal arts.
Are you for real? Jacob, you're communications, right?
No, I'm journalism based.
Oh, you are journalism.
They'd probably be able to say communication if he wasn't muted, but.
Oh Lord. There.
I said, Davis, I got a journalism test tomorrow as well. It'll be all right.
Yours isn't biology though, and I'm failing. I'm literally failing my lab right now. So.
Gotta finish strong. That's how big.
I think I can. As long as I can do good on my quizzes, I can get past. I can at least get a C. That's all I need.
Oh.
What's his name or her name?
What's the name?
Well, her full name's Isabella, but we call her Izzy.
Aw.
She's a 7.5-year-old purebred fawn boxer.
She's very pretty.
Thank you.
Well, I don't have any pets, but I do have the Georgia Tech Stinger mascot.
Go Jackets.
Yeah, go Jackets.
Jared doesn't go to Alabama. He's going to Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Everyone got all this cool stuff. I'm just in the office. I got a
This
Russian
is my bag
nesting
of wheat thins.
Is this show and tell time? Look, I got a
Pretty much.
Russian nesting doll.
Well, it's just kind of what we don't get to usually see what's in our room, so.
Yeah.
I'm not in my room.
Is this where we do like an MTV Cribs? Like, this is my place?
That's not
fair.
My room's a mess, so
by,
we can't do that.
By the way, just so you guys know, you can also screen share. I enable that for all of you.
I got this in Gatlinburg. It's a giant chocolate bunny.
Whoa.
It's a great way to end up in a coma.
That might be the goal.
Y'all want to watch me play NBA Jam on my laptop?
No.
Not at all.
PTI tweeted, pardon the isolation.
Ha.
Boo. Actually, it's pretty
my Kevin Durant joke was better.
Anyway, Brad Turner,
that was just wrong. That was just wrong, Jared. You wrong for
It's
that.
kind of crazy. But Brad Turner he covers the Lakers for the LA Times, says that the Lakers just had a conference call with players and will be tested. Just had a conference call with players, and players will be tested for the coronavirus and will have 14 days self-quarantine. So
I wonder how many of them actually self-quarantine. Because I know Chris Boucher broke his.
Okay, I remember something we can talk about if we need something to talk about. And by we, I mean some of you can. I'll just sort of sit by and make comments based on what I saw on Instagram.
I know where you're going.
Where am I going, Jared?
Are we going back to The Bachelor?
I mean,
they already broke up.
I'm here for it.
I mean, we got 30 minutes, and Jacob is evidently here for it. So therefore,
I am too. I'll watch the finale.
I just saw a post on Instagram. That was hilarious,
bro. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Peter's family is the worst. Not even just his mom.
Peter's an idiot, and his mom, Barb. Oh my God.
Look, wait.
I hate her.
The reason.
I hate her.
I hate her. The order of hate goes from her to his brother to his dad, because obviously her mom. His brother was talking bad about her on Instagram in the comments, if y'all saw that, and then his dad just sits there and agrees with his wife.
Did you see what Barb said to him in Spanish?
Yes, it was like, help me out. Like,
ridiculous. Say something bad about her? Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Oh,
just so I don't watch those, just so I can have an understanding of what happens. Let me be clear. Okay, so finale, Maddie leaves. Peter's like, I'm gonna be with Hannah Ann, right?
Yes.
I was good so far. And then
first night, yeah,
and then he's like, wait, never mind.
No, the second night he proposes, and she says yes. When he said Madison's name during the proposal, I thought he called her Madison at first, because he was like, Madison. And I was like,
I think that's what he accidentally did, and he saved it. He's like, because he paused. He's like, left 2 days ago.
Yeah, but he proposes at the beginning of the second finale episode, and then eventually him and Hannah Ann call off their engagement because Hannah Ann realizes he can't commit to her because he still likes Maddie. So then they bring on Hannah Ann. She absolutely roasts him live on the finale.
That was awesome.
Which he deserves. And Barb was clapping. Barb was like, go Hannah Ann. But then Maddie comes out on stage and is like, stop being so bad to my son, because they flew down to Auburn and talked to Maddie without Pete knowing, and then she surprised Pete in California. And 2 days after finale, they called off their engagement because Barb is the devil. She's literally spawn of Satan. So,
agreed. So in the finale was a few months ago, but then they had the live reunion show or whatever.
No, right? It was actually might have been a few weeks ago.
Wait, what was?
It was only a few weeks ago when the hosts flew down to Auburn to talk to Maddie.
Yeah.
So it actually might have just been like a month or two ago. Like, it might not have been super long ago. I don't know.
So dang.
So let me just go ahead and just kind of sum all this up for the season. That dude's a scumbag. I've been saying it all year.
His mom. It's because his mom. The only reason he likes girls that cry so much because his mom used that to manipulate him. So
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, because she manipulates him, and he falls for it for every other girl, and it is ridiculous.
I felt bad for him.
I feel bad for him too in a way, but like he's still an idiot.
Oh, he is.
I can feel bad
when he stood up to her. He's like, "Mom, no, we're not doing this." I was like, "Okay, Peter."
I can feel bad for you, but you're still an idiot.
That's true.
I mean, seems, yeah, pretty crazy stuff. I mean, what was I gonna say? I lost it now. I totally lost it.
Because it's wheat thins, Alex.
It is because of wheat thins. But I mean, because I kept seeing the videos on like the live reunion when Barb kept yelling at just like, because like Maddie was like right there, and then Barb was like, yeah, she ain't the right one. I was like, oh, dang, she's being very direct. That kind of had me surprised.
Barb don't care.
Evidently not.
And whoever gassed her up in her
Barb is
Instagram DMs, they need to
Barb
get
is like, she's saying, don't change my son. Like, you can't change him. Like, y'all are not compatible. And then she tries to force Hannah Ann onto Pete. Like, she's trying to change her son's view of everything. And then she's telling Maddie to stop trying to do the same. I
honestly don't know how people liked her, but some people did apparently.
Just so you know, Bane, Jacob, Michael Floyd said you gotta love you too. So still getting some love. Yeah.
I salute Floyd.
I guess.
How's Bruton, Alabama, Floyd? Let us know.
I guess the real question is, and we haven't really discussed it. Well, I don't know what's going to happen to the scoreboard and from the bench from here on out, right?
If we can figure out a setup to record, then we'll put out podcasts. But we got to figure that out. So I don't know if we can do that.
Same. I got like a microphone, but like that's it.
Jared, you better do Thursdays from 4 to 5 well with us 4 on here in honor of the scoreboard for the semester.
Hey, like I said, the scoreboard is the second best time of the week, so might as well keep it that way, right?
Did you say first? Your connection's
technically last semester.
I said second.
All I know is last semester, the second best time of the week was 7 on Fridays for me and Dave's show. So like,
Are you nationally nominated for a radio show?
Yeah,
we didn't send
anything. Why are we all flexing? We're on the same side here, guys. We're on the same side.
No, but see, Jake,
No.
here's the thing: is you and Jay,
the 76ers when Jimmy Butler was on the team.
No,
you
look,
and Jay are obstacles for me and Davis's plan to take over Weagle. So as
Don't
far as
tell
I'm
him
concerned,
about it, Alex, it's my plan anyway.
Davis,
You're just a pawn.
guys, we're kind of ahead on schedule. See, right now is Infinity War. If we want to go Weagle Civil War, we got to go backwards.
we'll just get the back in the timeline, just like shift it back.
Well, no, we get to Endgame and then the Civil War happens.
Well, the Thanos snap. What is the Thanos snap? Is the Thanos snap when
Rudy Gobert tested positive?
That's what I think it is.
That was it right there.
When the NBA season gets canceled, that's the snap.
Because everybody started disappearing.
And then
tomorrow when all
Endgame will be like Endgame. The beginning of Endgame will be like October when all the sports are like trying to figure out what to do, and they're like, "All right,
the portal. It's the portal scene. Everything will be opening back up, and all the sports will be coming through." Wow, I just thought it was a great video idea.
It's funny.
He get copyrighted for everything he makes within that video.
It's funny because we were gonna take the video from March Madness last year, the one we did with Super Smash, right? And we were going to make a new one for this year, and the scene that we were going to use was the portal scene from Endgame. And so now, I guess we just use it in October.
Jared, I will pay you every dollar I have to use that Smash video, but have it just be players that get the coronavirus just one by one.
Kevin Durant has entered the chat.
The horrible thing about it is that because the file is still at Weagle, and it's just as simple as changing the image, I could actually have it like within an hour.
Tell Brent to go send the file to you.
We'll make sure to get Brent on that. Did Davis disappear?
That would be one of the greatest
things.
things.
I'm just leaning back. I was just leaning back.
Oh.
Boyd, very high, I would say, on the possibility of Auburn finishing the spring semester online.
Oh yeah, like in our sports meeting yesterday, I kind of told you guys that
It's just a matter of time before they announce it, because other I mean, with the athletic schedule being canceled, with other schools doing the whole semester online, I'd say it's high.
And the thing is, it's not going to get better in a month. If anything, it's going to get worse. So the idea that in a month they were going to be able to be like, all right, let's go back.
Hey, we got.
We haven't peaked.
Got to think positive.
I think what he means is it's that it's got to get worse before it gets better. Unfortunately, so like.
Here's my thing, and I'm not saying this because I am not an Auburn University official, right? But
you're not.
Right now, no. But if we're following the CDC guidelines that they released a couple of days ago, where they said
that too,
which the university is going to follow CDC guidelines because
the White House said 10 people, social gatherings of 10, and obviously there's like no classes that are less.
They
than
said
10
that
people.
with a meeting of 16 people. Did you see that?
Yeah, that is funny. Ironic.
But if we're
I saw a Hall of Fame tweet when they made that announcement. Someone said, "Man, Philip Rivers is gonna have to get rid of one of his kids." That was the greatest tweet I've seen.
That's new Indianapolis Colts Philip Rivers to you.
Yes, it is. But sorry, but his kids can't all be together at once, or with parents too.
But with the new CDC guideline of 8 weeks, 8 weeks puts us behind graduation. So I'm gonna say no. We're done for the semester. We're all online from here on out.
Yeah, Jerry, you don't even get to graduate again.
Honestly, yeah. This is why I want another year of eligibility. I don't get to graduate. I'm missing my tournament. Yeah, I'm missing my tournament. That was it.
I can't wait till
your signing day ceremony though.
Our Zoom signing day ceremony.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be taking a tour of Auburn with my kid. I'm like, all right, here's Weagle, and you're still gonna be there.
Yeah.
Well, there's Jared. He was my sports director, and it's like, is that a good thing?
You and Carl are the two things that stay in the students.
Those are staples.
Carl was there when my dad went to Auburn. My dad's 53.
Oh my god!
Why are you just calling out our parents' ages like this?
My dad's like 58, so like.
My dad's 50. Actually, I don't know. Should I call him right now?
Come on now.
I don't know. My mom, if she was still watching, I call out her age. She'd be ticked off.
I was about to say, you might want to call your mom's name.
I already did, so we might as well just join in on the fun.
Yo, see, yours was.
What
I'll
you
say
do?
yours was close. So anyone who's listening and remembers, then.
All right, you're on speakerphone, but go ahead and speak.
No, you're on speakerphone too. I'm doing the show right now. I just needed to ask you, how old are you again?
57, Jared.
You're 50. Oh, damn, you old. Oh my goodness.
Someone said hi.
All right, everybody on the show said hey.
No, they didn't.
Hello, Jared's dad.
Hello.
You can't hear them, but they're all saying hey.
Alex still has yet to say hi.
I said hi.
Oh my goodness, he can't hear anything.
Now say it again, man.
I said everybody on the show says hey.
Oh, okay. So what you call me for? Does this make a joke?
Yep.
I mean, kind of, yeah. I don't tell how old
Pretty
you
much.
were, 'cause I forgot live on the show, and I feel terrible about it. Please do not cut off my pay or my allowance that you give me.
I don't give you no allowance. I pay you health care insurance, though.
Yeah, that's pretty important right now.
Put you
Yeah.
on blast.
Yeah, it might be one, huh?
Well, all right. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
All right. How's Grandpa? He didn't go to church, did he?
He went to church. He died in the middle of working. He hard-headed.
Well, all right. I guess that's all I wanted.
Okay, then.
All right. Bye.
All right.
Very nice.
That was my
And
father.
you know what's funny?
What?
Is that even with all this going on, like, even if school was going on as normal, this is like, the extra point still would have gone to all these tangents anyway. Even if all the sports were still functioning, we still would have gotten to the point of you calling your dad for whatever reason.
Yeah. This really isn't just us, rambling because there's no sports. This is just the Tuesday Thursday show.
This is what the show becomes. Then again, I'm sure since
we
it
have
to
Babe
follow
here
with
now,
our theme, Auburn would have lost some basketball game horribly. We would have yelled about it for about 45 minutes.
Yeah,
that's what.
Like,
Like, 'cause I
don't
was
get me
looking
like that.
Yeah, Alex would say some controversial comment again, and then
No, I was looking on
you have to
Weagle's
pedal it
YouTube.
back.
I was looking at Weagle's YouTube, looking at all the extra point posts or whatnot, and every single one titled Auburn Men Basketball Woes is us, the Tuesday, Thursday slot. And I'm just like, are you serious?
Makes sense.
I mean,
because after every Saturday we lose, we lost to Kentucky on Saturday. Oh my lord, the Florida game. Anyway. Oh, and I guess the Wednesday games. We lost to Texas A&M on a Wednesday. We lost to
Georgia on like
Alabama.
Alabama
Missouri.
on Wednesday.
No, Missouri was a Saturday.
So,
Georgia
yeah.
was no, Georgia was a Tuesday.
Georgia was a Tuesday.
It was. We still talked about it though.
No, it wasn't because I went to it. That's why we lost.
Oh yeah.
Jared, are we gonna hop on the conspiracy that I got everything canceled?
Yes.
I went to an Auburn sporting event and they won. So they had to cancel like the entire sports world.
No, I definitely believe that because look, here's the thing. The whole thing was that you going to road games in general, whether it was Omaha, Auburn basketball, Auburn football, etc. Auburn football, LSU, and Florida. Auburn basketball, any road game we lost, right? College World Series, we know what happened.
LSU. I didn't go to LSU.
Well, I felt like you did. But
yeah,
every time we lost, and then we get to Tennessee, and you know what? I was okay with losing. I didn't really care anymore at that point, okay? But we won, and then the world collapsed on itself.
You want to know how I feel when I find out that Hillman's going to an Auburn sporting event? This is how I feel.
What in the world just happened?
So
that was slick back.
Jacob going to an Auburn road game and then winning is like dividing by 0, and the world just collapsed.
I was prepared to go to Nashville.
Wait, maybe that was the snap, Jacob.
Oh.
Hillman was the Thanos snap that ended.
As soon as that buzzer sounded, just everything went in motion.
Jacob was Star-Lord messing up the plan, right? And then
dang it.
We had it all.
And then we got snapped.
He's getting all emotional, went out and punched it. And
I was so mad about Carter always trapping on me for always going to these sporting events. I just kept going to him, and then that punch was Turbo Jones hitting that 3 at the end, and then everything collapsed.
Jacob, do you for the last 18 minutes of the show have another basketball game you can make your background?
Yes, I do.
How do you get them? Because I want to put some highlights up there.
Let's see. I just download them. I have video. Oh, let's do this one. This is
what?
This is just a singular highlight.
I was just trying to find videos to screen share that we can make fun of from
That's a boomer highlight right there.
This is the one you posted for the new Auburn basketball fans.
Yes.
Just saying,
this was insane. This place was rocking.
Is that Beard East? That's not Beard East. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is Beard East. It's from 1999. Yeah. Watch this alley-oop from...
Move your head and we can see it.
Wait, what game is it?
The 1999 weird. Oh, my Lord. That's a half-court alley-oop.
Oh, my Lord.
Meanwhile, nowadays, we can't even get the McLemore pick-and-roll alley-oop.
I was going back to the earlier highlights this season, and we ran it against Davidson. It was Davidson. Yeah, I think it was Davidson because I think it was at the Armed Forces Classic, and Javon ran it to perfection, but he couldn't. He never ran it after that. He never ran it right. I don't know. It was weird.
I'm trying to. Let's see. What do we got here? All right, I got something.
What we got, Jared?
Oh, we're getting there.
Whoa.
Wait.
What?
Oh no.
No.
Oh, this is a bad timeline.
This is.
I'm gonna cut out audio because I don't want to get hit with the copyright strike. But I mean,
this is when Auburn basketball was at its lowest.
This is how they had to get people to go to basketball games.
Was Aubie saying we'll do the Harlem Shake?
Can we talk about
what was prep?
Can we talk about what's going on there though?
Jared, you muted Bay again.
I didn't mute Bay.
Did Bay mute himself?
Probably.
There's like a setting that you have on. I think we gotta change. Look at this. Look at the dude on the right with the blonde hair wig. At least I think it's a wig.
There has to be.
All right, I bet there's other. Look at the guy with. Is that a maraca on the dude's head?
I see what you're talking about. No, to the left. To the left.
Directly to the
down.
left of Avi. Down.
Right
Left.
there, that row. Now to the left.
Left. That's
that dude.
Maraca.
This dude. Oh my word.
Jared, you got
Look at that big sombrero behind the sideline seats on the bottom left.
Oh my gosh. Just saying. Looks kind of high.
That looks like Auburn Arena now. Just like regularly.
No, you see this up here? I see this.
Oh my.
I'm wrong.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Yeah, no, they didn't fill that out.
The jungle's filled.
I see all of this right here.
Jared's so old he remembers seeing the Harlem Shake live.
What? This was 7 years ago. I was 17.
Jared. One time on the show, you brought up a highlight from 5 years ago.
Jared, am I allowed?
I was here 5 years ago.
I do
no.
want to point out that this game happening behind me, Jared was the only one alive for it.
Whoa.
Jared, you for real?
It happened in February of 1999.
Yeah, so I was alive for that game.
You're just so old.
I was in New York at that time. I didn't know what Auburn was, but I was alive for that game. Back then, I was more of a... No, Davis, you can't play NBA highlights. Because I don't want to get hit with copyright strikes and stuff.
Jared, the NBA's not even functioning anymore. It's fine.
Well, believe me, if we start playing highlights, they will start functioning again.
Adam Silver come out of the woodshed. It's like, come on now, guys.
Who's that is that Mr. Chris in the background, Alex?
Yeah, it is. What's up, Dad?
What's he doing?
He's looking at books. He's trying to pass the coronavirus quarantine time by reading books.
I also want to point out that the first time
playing the drums.
The first time I saw your dad about almost 2 hours ago now, I thought he was Santa.
Dad, Jared thought you were Santa Claus.
Wait, hold up. He can't see me. There we go.
What do you mean you aimed? What? Jared, what are you doing? He's watched the Extra Point before. He knows who you are.
Oh, never mind.
Moron.
I was gonna do something and like change out the pictures or something, so like it's somebody else.
So it's like Davis.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's weird.
Oh man.
Davis, stop talking about Chris Middleton.
He's one of my favorite players. Hop off my back.
Chris Middleton
unfortunately, Jared can't throw anything at us right now.
Yeah,
that's true.
He'll find a way. He will find a way.
No, what would you do if like you were looking at
smacks with a mute?
If you were looking at Alex's screen and like from the doorway, I just appeared.
I'm just saying that,
Jared. I would absolutely lose it. I would die laughing at that.
So we need to address the fact that the only Chris Middleton highlights you'll find are him scoring like 6 points.
Is Bay on the phone?
He's dropped 50 one night this season, Alex.
I think so.
Dang, people getting on my neck for getting wheat thins, and Bay's just on his phone ignoring us.
Bay took a conference call. It better be Woj. It better be Woj or Schefter.
He's talking to his sources. If he's not talking to his sources, I don't want it, Bay. Talk to your sources, Bay. Get us some intel.
Is there anything else going on in free agency right now?
Panthers re-signed Trey Boston.
There's nothing.
Oh, man, I want him in.
It kind of went to a standstill because I don't know. I haven't seen anything else that's happened.
Panthers got 3 years, $63 million for Teddy Bridgewater.
Not terrible.
It's a lot of money.
Only $2 million less than what Brees signed with. $2 million a year, I mean.
Thomas Davis joins Redskins.
Yeah. And Schefter is reporting that Tampa is the expected landing spot for Tom Brady, bearing anything unforeseen.
I mean, hey, plus, think of it this way. It's a great marketing strategy for the Bucs because they're about to unveil the new uniforms. I mean, they've got a very good offense, at least. Yeah. I mean, Brady's going to have his receivers.
I guess the question becomes for Tampa Bay in a division with New Orleans, Atlanta. Oh, and the Panthers. I forgot the other team for a second.
Shut up.
Is Tampa Bay the favorite? I don't think they are. The Saints are probably the favorite in that division,
Their
right?
defense is porous, so I would say not. I think the Saints are always going to be the favorite because, I mean, no matter what, the rest of the NFC South just finds a way to.
Look, I am so happy that Tom Brady has left New England. Can I? Okay, I'm unmuting you. That better be
I'm not. With Woj getting a Woj bomb.
Well, what was it?
He said that Davis is a flopper in basketball.
I didn't flop. I maintain that.
I watched live on the official Weagle.
I watched myself get pushed.
Hey, the man who faked having the flu to avoid getting exposed on the court is really calling Davis a flopper.
You want me to? All right, let me prove that I had the flu.
We need your medical records, man. Pull them up.
Tom Brady expected to sign with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, we said that.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta find my.
That's hilarious.
Does anybody
scared to play me?
I will say, Jared, congratulations though. I mean,
on a doctor's bed because I felt so sick.
Good Lord, you look.
That's fake.
Oh,
you could have got that offline.
February 28 at 6:42 p.m. in Auburn.
You save that from Google. This is right.
But just released their SEC takeover schedule
for Auburn.
Yeah, it's a lot of SEC storied stuff, which is
Auburn versus Alabama basketball in Tuscaloosa was on Bama's the other day.
Gross. So Auburn versus Mississippi State football, SEC softball tournament from last year. So I'm guessing it was that. Oh crap, I forget who Auburn beat. Women's basketball, Auburn versus LSU, Auburn versus Ole Miss football last year, Auburn versus Alabama gymnastics this year, SEC basketball tournament from last year, Auburn Kentucky basketball, and then Iron Bowl from last year.
That starts at midnight tonight?
11 p.m.
About to be doing that while I'm doing my Spanish project.
SEC story.
It runs from 11 tonight to 11 tomorrow night?
Yep. 24 hours.
I'll be
record
watching
all that. But, Jared, I would say congrats because the day the Colts get a quarterback, the Texans decide they're in tank mode. So now it's really only a two-team race in the AFC South. So good for you.
That's true.
What is Jared sharing with us now?
We should play. Are you playing like Papa's Pizzeria or something?
No.
You should.
Oh my god.
Not a flop.
This is not a flop. It's not a flop.
You can full extension, and my foot gets caught. Look, my foot is caught on his leg. Watch my foot caught right there on his leg.
We can finally break this down.
Watch right there on his leg. My foot is caught.
We can finally break this down.
If you play it.
So right here is what you're talking about, right?
Yes. You can see it, and my foot is. I trip over him.
Yeah, but your left leg just flails out of nowhere.
I tripped.
He gave him a shoulder too. It's not like he made.
Why are you doing it on your phone on your computer? Can't you screen share from your computer and just go straight to it?
Well, my computer's running a whole damn show right now, so no.
But you did that earlier with the Harlem Shake.
That's different.
No, there's one play where.
Oh, good Lord.
Hillman, get that off your screen. That's cursed. There's one play where Davis is on the 3-point arc and he catches the ball and he pulls the Javon McCormick rip and flail like out of nowhere.
Okay, that was when Jared put his hand in my face.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Switched teams. We can't trust what Jared did that game. Jared switched teams. We can't trust anything that happened
Jared
with
straight
him
up palmed my face.
Look,
so I put my head back because I didn't know he was gonna touch me.
I want you guys to know I have no loyalty to anybody, not even myself.
Wait,
okay.
Give me a second, Bay. I have a picture of it.
Weagle.
No.
You've abandoned Weagle in times of need on the extra point. When we've gone insane, you've just abandoned post and let us go insane.
Look, you can kind of see
what in the world?
What is happening?
It's your amateur sketch. Get it off my screen.
Yeah, it's your virtual green screen. Like you got to turn it off that way we can actually see it.
No, I don't want to.
Well, we're not gonna see it, so
okay, I will.
It's on you.
I just saw this. What if the Bucks get Brady and then they pick up Antonio Brown?
Let's not.
Look,
so David had Godwin.
His hand is touching my face.
That picture's Photoshop. You can't
Oh, is that was that a female I saw?
No, his name's Gabe.
Yeah,
I'm asking about my bio test tomorrow.
Jared out here getting texts from an actual female while he's screen sharing, but the second he sees anybody texting Davis, he's freaking out.
No, that was just somebody checking on me because they thought I was dying. Which, I mean, to be fair, 24 hours ago, yeah, that was probably a thing.
Oh, wouldn't you know if it was a thing or not?
Bae, do you still think I'm a flopper now?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
Once a flopper, always a flopper.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm a good player, so.
He's out here getting fake photos from a hospital, talking about Davis being a flopper. Stop it.
Hey, aren't you Hawkeye? Shut up.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
Shut up, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
With a bad haircut, too. Even though I'm on your side right now, Alex, I still tell you to shut up.
Davis, I tried, man. I've tried to be civil with you.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. I've tried to be nice about the fact that Cam sucks, but here we are, and you're still.
Once again,
you're a Redskins fan, so
your opinion does not matter when it comes to NFL. Sorry.
How is that? How is that so? If I can witness all of this garbage,
mute him.
Once again, we're past Civil War, guys. That's over.
We're gonna go back for Endgame.
We have a time machine, Jared.
We just live in the MCU. I guess it'd be the WCU, the Weagle Cinematic Universe.
Oh, also, you know what else got canceled?
What?
I was talking with Henry Grayson and Bryn and JP were gonna do a WW Weagle.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
There was gonna be a WW Weagle, and it's not gonna happen now.
Instead of a WWE,
it's WWE.
How
Weagle.
is that gonna work?
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, professional wrestling.
Can I be Vince?
It's not happening anymore, Alex.
Oh man.
Well, you gotta have social distancing.
When was that a thing, and why wasn't I roped in on it?
You can't get it from God.
It was in the planning stage. I was there when they were planning it.
Look, all I'm saying is Civil War was technically the All-Star game. The All-Star game was Civil War.
Okay, that's fair.
You lost.
But no.
Yes, I lost.
America still don't like each other, so it's still kind of like there's still some hatred in there.
So that's over. We're now in, I guess, Endgame. So.
Oh yeah. Endgame yet? I feel like when someone, never mind.
What?
So wait, okay, so who's going to be the Black Widow
really
sacrifice?
Gets infected, then we're in the end game.
Can you be Hawkeye and the sacrifice? Because I will easily throw you under the bus.
Alex is Black Widow too.
Yeah, can we?
I don't even have a response to that.
I think everyone needs to get a Marvel character now since we got this comparison.
Look, we got to write down all the big events. We got to take every movie and pretty much compare it to a moment that's happened in the last 2 years.
So what's Iron Man?
Jared.
Jared joined. Iron Man 1.
If that's when you want to start the beginning of it, right?
Is Weagle shutting down the OG Avengers?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
So.
I think that'd be a good comparison. I'm just trying to think of some certain points that we could put towards, like certain events.
And then we got to go by characters. So,
you're Iron Man.
You're dead.
I mean, look.
You're gonna be dead after the semester. Whenever the semester ends is when the end game ends.
Oh my gosh, Jared is definitely Iron Man.
Oh God, I actually am dying.
Oh no.
Once again, Doctor.
Remember those PTSD episodes you had in Iron Man 3? What, like...
That movie sucked.
Whoa.
Once again...
Iron Man 3 is not that good.
Doctor Strange, that thing. 1,000,001 outcomes. I died again.
Doctor Strange? Who's Doctor Strange?
It's somebody who...
Davis is going to be a doctor, so...
Is it her because of the way he thoughts with his hand?
You know what?
It's like, soap season.
But
I've actually contracted that mannerism, and I kind of hate it. Like, I was in the car the other day, and I was talking to my mom in the passenger seat, and I started doing this. She said, "What are you doing with your hands?" I was like, I feel like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
For the comedic factor, yes. Herb is probably Doctor Strange.
Who's everyone else? We can go over.
We got 2 minutes. And
Davis, you're a Wakanda warrior number like 450. Just like there.
Look,
what did you say?
Here's the thing.
Alex, you're the most boring Avenger.
Davis, you're just random Wakandan warrior. You're nobody.
At least I'm cooler than Hawkeye.
In half. We won't have from the bench anymore. It'll just be from, and then there'll be the bench.
From the...
Oh my gosh.
All right, we have 1 minute left. Does anybody have anything else?
Jacob, which character are you? Oh wait, you're the Snap, aren't you? So you're Thanos.
I guess yeah.
No, he's Star-Lord.
Right.
So because I went and watched Auburn win, I screw everything up.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes. Don't worry. Right. Everybody will get a character eventually when we put together our Weagle cinematic universe.
Right, so Bay's that character that gets sick and is out of commission for all the major events. So who's a character that doesn't show up?
Wong.
Let's see.
Wong. Wong dipped. He dipped.
He really did.
He straight was like,
"Protect the sanctum, dude." What?
I literally texted Jared like the day before the All-Star game, and I was like, Jared, don't hate me. He's like, what's up? And I was like, I have the flu.
Hey, we know you had the flu, but for the sake of comedic effect, it's much more fun to pretend you didn't have the flu.
All right, it's 6 o'clock, and that does it for us. 2 hours.
I'm locked in this building.
That seems like a you problem.
Yeah,
that seems like a you problem.
Yeah, whatever.
Man, I gotta go do my Spanish project.
Yeah.
Study for a bio test.
You guys gotta go do whatever you gotta do. So
I have nothing to do.
Anybody trying to play 2K?
No, I don't want to play with you, bro.
Bro, because you're gonna get run off the court. Get off my
Stop.
face.
Stop.
You get
There.
This is Davis probably flops in 2K.
There we go. So
Can you track the coronavirus in 2K?
Well,
new wrinkle.
I did see on the updated 2K live rosters that Rudy Gobert is out for illness, so I guess you can.
Oh no!
Not playing 2K. I'm not risking it.
All right, so thank you guys for joining us on Extra Point. For Jacob Hillman, Bay Marks, Alex Husing, and Davis Carroll from wherever they may be, thank you for joining me on the show. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow, and I guess we'll talk about something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.